Can everyone hear us?
Yes, everyone can hear
Okay.
us.
Hello.
Can you hear my beautiful voice?
Oh no, please don't do that. I had to yell at Matt for doing
That's like
that.
a
I
podcasting
hate it.
voice.
No, I hate it. It's not a podcasting voice. It's an ASMR voice, and I have headphones on. I hate it so much.
Same thing with my friend Matt. It was funny as hell when I did it to him.
I hate that shit.
When we last left our heroes, they were having a short rest, right?
And then Fontiev woke up from a coma and would like to have a TLDR now that he's thinking about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, what happened last
Queen
time?
Madara pooped her pants.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the
That's
most
it.
exciting thing that happened. No, so I think basically it can be summed up. We finished um the meeting with Queen Madara. We made her look real crazy. Some lizard folk attacked. We sort of stopped that ish. They're like now semi calmly, but still a little tensely talking
found
about stuff.
Binti.
We found Binti. We brought him to Torok. We brought them down to the lizard folk people, and
At which
we're
here I should say specifically, there's about 31 individuals in this village here.
cool. Okay.
Yeah.
We also, I think we talked to them, and they said like they kind of have realized that it's not the drow taking their stars. We found out the stars were like
Well, you guys persuaded them of that.
yes,
Yeah.
but we found that their stars are like glowing power rocks.
They were rocks infused with like massive amounts of energy that have been slowly draining over the years, but it seems like something has happened that is not necessarily sucking the power out, but that
Basically
process
sucking the
has
power
been
out.
expedited.
Well, there's
Yeah.
also that floating
So
orb.
if Fontiev takes it, he's not getting his airship anytime soon.
No,
Well,
these
we don't
rocks
know.
could power your airship, but don't you dare take any of them because then the lizard folk will attack you. They're already
They could
going
also
up.
burn the living shit out of you. Maggie and I were semi close to one, but like
yeah.
you can't get more than I think it was like 30 feet or
30
something
feet. Yeah. It was close
without
enough,
getting
I
like
think,
burnt
to
alive.
mage hand, and that was it.
Yeah, none of us have that.
Fontiev
And
pouts and just sits on the ground drawing a very crude image of himself pirating an airship saying, "Yay, I'm a sky pirate."
We did find out though that, well, I sort of found out that there was this black like orb thing that seems to keep materializing and then going away, and it is like trying to take the stars, or it looks like it's taking these rocks and or like draining some power and
Yeah.
then apparating.
Something
We
like that.
yeah,
was it implied that that's the sphere we're supposed to find and get the things from, or is this a
Correct.
different orb?
It looked
Okay.
largely the same shape and size.
yeah.
Yeah.
It also, yeah, that was, it was implied that that may be the
This
case.
is also I want to just clarify that for the people who investigated this, which is Maggie and I think Dromik,
And me.
it looks like
Yeah.
it'll take at least several weeks of study to truly understand all these phenomenons.
Right, of course.
More of a job for like a scientist or archaeologist than a wandering
Than an us.
lizard.
This
But
seems
it
like a
could-
job for Smartimus.
It seems like a
And-
job for someone else, not us right now.
Now that everyone's caught
Too
up,
much shit
everyone
together.
receives a series of sending messages from Valentino, and he says he met up with Lord Thaner. He heard about there's lots of good things happening in town. He's assuming you're related to it, responsible in some way. He says there's a lot of rumbling of these more bloodworm type earthquake things. He says he thinks that if there's anything you can do to get the city council really on your side, that would be great. He says not just to defend his town, but to maybe help Carthan with the demon attacks. So he says if there's anything you could do to get more of the city council on your side, he'd really appreciate that. And he thinks the whole town would love you forever if you did.
Oh, when my daddy wants people to listen to him, he gives them lots of money. Do you have lots of money?
I think it might be best to look into the sphere. Saphira did say something about wanting the scrolls that were in that room, correct?
He said that is the only thing she cares about. She doesn't care about any politics.
Yeah, so she may be the easiest one to target as, well, to
Well,
persuade.
Lady Elena sent us on that whole thing after her cousin
Ah, yes, her cousin.
also went missing in this direction of the sphere, I believe. So all paths lead to this magical banshee sphere.
Mm.
Should be good.
Are we
Should be.
planning on taking it on today? What time is it exactly?
Well, I think we'd have to.
Is
The council meeting is at midnight.
it's constantly is midnight. After short rest is about 4:15 p.m.
Oh
The
boy.
journey, there's a shortcut journey to that same fungus patch, which would take about 1.5 hours from here.
I
And if I remember correctly, some of the lizard folk were going to guide us to.
I remember you guys proposing that, and they
yeah, I
said
think we
you want
wanted to do
them.
that.
Go ahead.
I was just saying yes. I think we did want to ask that.
Okay, well, a lot of them, they don't seem very well educated. They do know how to get there. A lot of them are asking you, they say, "Where do you come from? Is there another place lizards can live?"
I'd be more than happy to discuss this with at least a few rangers if they're going to come if you're going to come with us. But right
They
now we
talk
do have
amongst themselves, um, including the shaman here, and they talk about how their raiding party went up to the drug town, and they haven't come back yet, and they don't want to leave the town completely abandoned.
I did tell them about the raiding party, what was going on when last time.
Right, right. So
I did say that that they were discussing something. It seemed as if that there was no weapons being drawn at the moment when we left.
okay, so they talk and they say they can spare 4 guides, each with their own Salamir, to guide you to the place.
Yeah,
But
just to get us to the place, we do not need, or we do not really want assistance inside. We think it's going to be quite dangerous.
okay, okay. Um. So yeah. So during the short rest, a bunch of the lizard people would just kind of ask you about what is it like? Where'd you come from? Is there another world, etc.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to disclose that I live in the desert, that we have a small colony, that we have a matriarch, blah blah blah. Like I'll give them my little story of where we come from, or where I come from at least.
So I'll create one who's asking that, and that one is going to be called. She is going to be called. She is Sharptail.
Oh, okay.
Sharptail, and she's one of the guides. And she says,
Nice.
"Could we live in the desert? Are there dinosaurs there?"
Not. I mean, I'm sure there are some, but I don't think I've seen many. Hold on, let me check. It's more dragons than anything, and orcs.
Mm.
They
Dragons.
are. Yes. A couple. There. We kind of have a camp in between a few dragon domains.
Is it safe? Is there light?
There's much light. It's a daily sun, and then stars and the moon at night.
Everyone around you looks up at you when you say that. They say, "Wow!" They say, "Let's go there. Let's move there." And they get really excited.
We also do have a town area that myself and Kiff have been living in for a little while. It seems to be mostly kobolds, but there are lizard folk as well.
Yes, we have nice house, nice rug.
Nice
Rugs
house,
from
rug.
place.
They say we don't have these words. They point at the thatched huts,
Mhm.
and they say, "You mean huts like this?"
Uh, they're larger and made of wood, but something like that.
Think of a railroad apartment.
I don't know if they know what that
They're
is.
very confused.
Cliff will say, "Rug, feel like this," and then he will pull on his purple sweater to invite them to touch it and feel the softness. It like this, but on floor 4 feet.
A whole bunch cluster around and feel it, and they all say, "Whoa!" And they say, "Do you make eggs there?"
There we go. I was muted. Yes, I have a wife, and I'm gonna like explain what's going on. We have a home. I have eggs myself, and Kiff I think does as well. And yeah, that is possible.
They sound very excited.
All
Okay,
right.
so what would you guys like to do?
Welcome in, Raiders.
I'm gonna
Welcome,
call it
welcome.
4:30.
We are currently playing some Dungeons and Dragons. I'm going to do my best to say hello to you, Captain Mouse. I hope you're doing well.
Are
Poor
we
thing.
going to make our way towards
Hello, hello.
the place?
Here. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
the best thing to do is to go towards the sphere.
Okay.
I am going to let everyone know that I am low on spells. So do not expect much from me.
Okay. So if there's no objections to that plan, I will assume that you're going to start going there.
So excited to have all of you.
Do I have a copy of that? No, I don't. Oh, well, all right. So it looks similar to how you remember it, except in fact the fungus has grown back, and it's going to be 90 minutes later, which
So
is
just
go ahead.
real quick, on our way there, I'm gonna keeping at least 30 feet away from the rangers. I am casting mage armor on myself, just
Okay,
canonically doing that.
that's a great choice. Okay, so it looks pretty much how you remember it, except that the fungus has regrown. The puffballs have regrown. And there's a few other interesting phenomena at this place. Let's do this. Okay. You notice that there is what appears to be signs of a scuffle, including some footprints and some bloodstains and a missing shoe. Well, a shoe that is in fact not missing, but is there because it was missing from the person that it was on.
Shoe missing a person.
Yes. And I will draw it presently. But that is what you see when you get there.
Is that shoe before or after the fungal spores?
It's kind of in the center of the little fungus spore patch. A bunch of them were poofed, and there's signs of like scratches, big scuffle marks, scorch marks, and there's a missing shoe. There's the same crevice you remember. There's the alternative tunnels that you glanced at but didn't look too much into.
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
guess. There's the stairs down towards the city, which is over here.
So we're coming from another area, correct? We're coming from like the LizardFolk zone, if you will.
Yeah, so let's say it was from this one that was unexplored last time. Let's say it forks, and you're gonna come this way. We're gonna move all these people. Okay. Okay. And I will label each of these places. So you're gonna be coming from here.
Alrighty then.
Sounds good.
So we have some signs of battle here. We have some bloodstains. We have a missing shoe. The fungi around there have been poofed, but there's others that are unpoofed.
Is it like in a path? Is it a poofed path, if you will?
It is kind of it is kind of in a poofed in a path from there to the steps to the city. And I will
Is the
draw it.
fungi sentient in any way? I
Okay.
think that's the real question.
No, it looks pretty much the same as last time.
So the fungi were poofed from the shoe towards the city steps, but beyond the shoe the other way, they have not been poofed.
Yeah, so I'm going to draw the poof marks. The poof marks
For those of you
are
who
these
just
green
came in,
spots here.
poofed means like exploded. They're gone
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
So these green spots are the poof marks. So I'm going to label each of the exits as well. This is the exit to the city. I just read Tabletop Simulator is hiring programmers, but they spelled the word programmer wrong. So
Awkward. They also need to hire
Yes.
people to spell, apparently.
yes.
Oh,
Editors,
Basically,
copy editors, line editors.
There's
Wait, what?
also this thing.
Yeah.
There's also this magical thing called spell check.
Listen, I use spell check, and it's still sometimes spell check does not catch everything. I'm not gonna lie.
Sometimes it doesn't tell you when you've written costumer instead of customer.
Yeah, that
It's
so
not
it
me, but I saw it.
so
Yeah.
here's the thing. It tells you when things are spelled right most of the time, but it doesn't tell you that the word is correct in the sentence.
And
So it'll autocorrect to a word that is not the one that you want.
Lord forbid you accidentally added a word to the dictionary at some point years ago.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, that happens sometimes too.
And here is this door over here of this ominous large metal sphere that seems to be just set into the rock.
All right. We did stop these things with fire last time, correct? Or did they just explode with no sans fire? I can't remember.
So I think I technically wasn't there, but I believe you firebombed it.
I believe we did as well. I just wanted to make sure.
So I could summarize that if you'd like. Just let me know if that's the course.
Yeah,
of action.
just 'cause I think that's our first course of action is to at least somewhat clear out this area.
So you would know that it would take some time for the poisonous fumes to disperse. Are you okay with that? Probably about 30 minutes to an hour, unless there's some sort of fanning that or otherwise fumigating that you would be doing.
Oh, that's a lot. What do you guys want to do?
So the way they're spaced out now, does it look like we could go, like around them or in between them? Is there enough room, or is it like quite dense that there'd be no way to avoid it?
You could probably go around them if you're not in a rush, and if nobody tries to pop it when you're near it. If they did
Yeah,
grow
that
back
second
after all
one's
these
the big
months,
caveat.
they aren't as thick as they were last time.
Oh, they're
So
not quite as big.
They're not quite as thickly
Oh,
planted.
like as closely compacted.
Yes.
Okay.
And you said, sorry, the missing shoe is here.
Yes. In fact, there's also one other thing which I forgot to mention, which is a roughly dug tunnel here, which I will.
Oh. That is definitely something to mention because I want to know what that tunnel is.
Hmm.
Okay.
And I got scared for like 2 seconds because I thought all these floating spores were actually beholders, and then I was terrified and pissing my pants.
They do kind of look like beholders.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do look
until
beholder.
until I zoomed in. I'm like, oh god, where have we
No.
gone? I'm
Yeah.
scared.
Behold the spores.
Oh no. Yeah, they're just spores for now. Joke's on us, they are actually beholders, they're just sleeping.
They're all Tarasques.
They're all Tarasques.
Yeah, because why wouldn't we have to fight a Tarask?
Oh,
I
we do.
mean,
Didn't
we
you hear?
probably do.
Oh no.
You don't remember that?
You'll
We
be
discussed that a
fine.
while ago.
I must have like blacked out on that conversation because I don't remember there being a Tarask.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
one on the
there was a Tarasque being
in the
transported by a
worm.
bloodworm,
Oh
along
god.
with some celestials and some other peeps.
Tarasks. Why does it always have to be Tarasks?
Yeah, they're
Anyway.
aggressive. Anyway, let's keep working. So, do we want to explode these puffballs or do we want to not do
I
that?
feel like may be
When
wiser with the time that we have to try to tread carefully, because the alternative is to walk into a, cloud of poisonous gas.
are these spores
Does
just
that sound good?
floating or are they like what?
They're kind of like a balloon like. They're sort of attached to the ground via a thin string of plant material.
I want to test that. I want to test that, but I don't.
Are
I'm not
you
sure.
thinking about cutting by the base and seeing if they'll just float up and away?
Yes. I want to know, or at least if we
The
could.
ceiling here is about 10 feet high.
Right. I think it's less away and it's more just not up and away, but just like
More
push,
like up
just
in a way.
let's take the spores and push them somewhere else. Just that.
Well,
Like if we could congregate them over on the far end of this cave, it might be better for us just in case something does happen to set them off. I am worried that we are going to be going into a fight.
quite a bit of time.
The lizards ask, "This is the place. Do you want us to? What should we do here?" They say, "What do you want us to do?"
What do you know about these spores? You may know more than we do.
We don't like to come up this far. They said we only found this tunnel recently. We use it to attack the star killers. They said. They said with those spores are bad. They said we try to stay away from them.
I don't know if
And
this
one
would
of
be
them gestures to his little salamander. He says, Tinky here has only 1 hit point.
oh boy.
Makes sense as to why you do not want to go near them.
So I don't know if this would be maybe a nature check, but I guess between nature things and my proficiency in poisons, um, can I make some kind of check to see, like, obviously I haven't run into these gas spore plants before, but for things that are poisonous or perhaps of this nature, like if it might be an option to cut the stem, if that would release some toxins, or if most likely in plants like this that it would just be the top. Do you get what I'm
You can
saying?
certainly roll to see if
Okay.
you remember anything.
So would that just be straight nature, or would that be like poison proficiency?
That would be nature.
Okay. Do I get any added bonus because of my proficiency with poisons?
Um, I don't think so. I think this is a nature question.
Okay.
Unless you're trying to poison someone.
Nope. Not yet. Let's see. That is a 10.
You don't recall reading about this.
Well, any other ideas, folks?
Run for our lives.
Sheriff Phil steps out. She says,
We're
"Is
not
that
going to be able to do that.
thing which hurt us?" And she draws her bow. And the other ones tell her, "No, no."
I
Why
would not
don't
do
you
that.
not step out there?
You do know
Why
that
are
those
they
are
all like
dangerous.
this?
She says, I didn't become a dinosaur hunter and a ranger by being cowardly."
I
Well, is
understand, Sharptail. This is not the time to be brave. Those pods do explode. They haven't done anything.
She says, "But that sphere."
Yes, I have a feeling if you attack that sphere, you will die. It
it's
seems
quite
to be
different than a
strong.
dinosaur.
Yes, we're not even quite sure what it does yet.
Okay, she grumbles, but she sits back.
I appreciate it.
How far back does she
Kip
step?
says,
5 feet.
keep your Salmiri safe. Gas not good for small lizard.
I would think not.
She says, "Is that a pun?" And steps back. Another 5 feet.
Cliff goes, what is this pun?
I don't know, but it was punny.
All right, so are we keeping the spores here then?
Cliff will volunteer, because he is pretty nimble, to walk out there to experiment trying to cut one of the stalks.
Oh, do you
guys-
want
If you cut
to
one,
try-
you should try to take one that is further away from the others. Perhaps one that is maybe close to the steps here, just because they did seem to chain react the last time.
I was going
Yeah,
to
they
say
look like they will probably explode violently if they're cut.
Maggie, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no. I just had a brief thought. Obviously, for a regular person proficient with a bow, it's not good. But with a sharpshooter, could they hit one far enough away, from a safe distance, so it doesn't explode at just the right angle to sort of, partially sever the stalk? But
I
that
like
takes
that
a
idea.
lot of skill,
They could try.
and really only the best sharpshooter should attempt it.
I like that idea. I'm gonna kind of glance over a little bit at Fontiev.
Fontier's just like slowly just kind of starts sneaking towards Kiff and starts ducking down behind him
No,
very
you
slowly.
don't need to go anywhere, Fontiev.
You're going to shoot
You don't-
very
yeah.
far away. That was the point of this.
You
And
won't
if
have to be too
Fontiev is
far.
great,
How?
Fontiev can be inspired by Kiff's song.
Oh my god, does
I like
Fontiev
that.
get a jingle?
You could.
Good.
You gotta do the shoot though. I think we're just suggesting that you stand maybe at the edge of the steps here and shoot one that is quite far so it doesn't blow up in our faces.
Charles, for the record, what's the height of the ceiling here?
10 feet.
Okay, can I go up to the max that I can? So I can get a lay of the land?
Lay of the land. Okay, you're gonna do this. Okay.
Oh,
great.
you want to go up 10 feet? Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I want to go up 10 feet so I can figure out where I'm shooting and
Okay.
Like-
Yeah. So you're like flat, squatting on
Yeah.
the ground.
Do not shoot until Kiff writes his poem.
Okay, in the meantime, so how about them there angry Tuttle live stream streaming this
Help.
Wednesday?
Well, I mean, you could definitely get a good vantage point as well. Where are you thinking of shooting?
Well, what is my specific target here? You guys are the ones suggesting this right now.
Puffball.
The stem.
All of the
The
puffballs?
stem. No,
No.
the stem. Sorry, the stem of the puffball.
Very
We were just chatting about it, so I
specifically, yeah.
figured.
Okay, I'm gonna ask again. Which specific puffball?
One that is
There's
far
like a
from us.
thousand.
So, okay. So we want to find one far away from us, but within your shooting range that is isolated, so it's not gonna, set off a whole chain reaction. I don't know what your exact range is.
Yeah,
but-
No, my exact range is basically more than the battlefield. So.
Great. Love to hear it. So yeah, aim
I'm
for-
thinking this one over here is probably our best bet because it's kind of isolated enough.
I like
Okay.
that spot.
Is
I like
that-
that
is
spot.
either this one or the one that's right next to the entrance over here?
I'd say go for the first one that you said. I think that one might just be
Uh,
just in case, but maybe not. Maybe
No,
even...
I mean, I'm looking at it right now. Like, so this
Huh.
has the most isolation around it.
Oh
from,
yeah,
like,
if it has
count.
more space, go for it.
If I'm literally looking at this and counting blocks, it has the most isolation, so it might be the best bet.
Sure, go for it.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Make sure to aim for the stem of the plant. We don't know if that is toxins, but obviously the spore part is.
Okay.
Just like point to the one where you're aiming. I was taking some notes. This one.
Yeah, that one.
I'm gonna test this theory.
Look, we're just waiting for Kiff to write his jingle.
And in case it goes really poorly, I'm gonna cover my mouth and nose with my sleeve.
Okay, I'm
My-
already planning
my
on holding my
robe.
breath.
My robe sleeves.
You can totally do that.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah. Fontiev is just like gonna look for some like rags or some like old shirts that he can kind of just fold together and just make kind of like a skin tight mask for himself.
Okay.
Okay, we're almost there.
Gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm going to ask all of our lizard folk to swap places with us if possible. We would like to be up front if anything goes wrong. We do have at least some type of magic between the group of us.
In that case, we should have them stand more than 30 feet behind us.
Okay.
Is there any
I agree.
possibility that you might be able to go Earth Elemental and create us a makeshift shield in case things go horribly wrong?
No, I cannot. I'm not going to use my only 2 shapeshifts to go Earth Elemental before a fight. I have no spells left. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I can't.
Means no healing for us.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, while Fontiev is gearing up, I'm going to start shifting through the purse of many pockets and pulling out the healing potions that we have. We have 3 greater healing potions and 2 superior. We should be splitting these up between us.
Well, if
Marvis
it's
should
in
at
the purse-
least. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If it's in the purse of many pockets, we could just take them out. No.
Yes, but we also need to be aware that we have that. So I cannot heal. I might be able to do one healing spirit, but do not think that I'm going to be able to do much. I cannot even summon anything.
Wow, I didn't know Dromik had been so busy the whole day.
I've been
We had a
counterspelling.
Very busy
Literally
day.
constantly
Fine.
counterspelling.
That's a really good point. Wow.
It's a lot happening
Yeah.
this
Oh no,
morning,
I
but
can summon once. I can summon one group once.
If Fontiev is ready, Kiff has written his poem.
Okay. Oh, for it.
Fontiev the Brave, shooting in the cave, trying to keep the puffball whole, so his friends may be saved. Boom, Bardic Inspiration. There you go, 1d6.
Okay.
And Kiv immediately gains actual inspiration as well.
These poems are so good.
I believe I may or may not have lost my Pokeball die for the ability of time. Hang on.
You may have. We probably deleted them just because life.
Happens. Is that your favorite?
It's been my most reliable thing, yes.
Why would
There
you
we go.
say that before?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I may have doomed us all.
That's just screwing yourself.
I may have doomed us all.
we'll see what happens.
Okay. Okay, so you say also 1d6 on top of this?
Yes.
Okay, so Fontiev is gonna take a very big is gonna take a deep breath, hold it, shoot, and then he's immediately gonna hit the reverse key, like the reverse pedal on his broom and go back into the cave if he fires this. Okay, and I'm aiming for the stem. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, you
That
got
is
a 19.
Nice.
That's a 19, and then I just need a d6.
Right?
I just need a d6.
Yes, that's the one he was aiming for. You're correct.
Okay. Plus 5, which is 24, plus another, I think, bazillion? So it's probably over 30.
That would have blown up on anything less than 19, so good job.
See,
Proud of
we
you.
knew you could do it.
Now you got to do it how
very
many?
good. Fontiev severs a stem, it just very gently floats up to the ceiling like a balloon.
Ah, okay. Well, the good news I did it once. The bad news is anything less than a 19, we're fucked.
Yeah, it seems as if this may be rather difficult to do. And I don't know if it's going to take more or less time doing this than just to walk up. But I do fear this puffball directly in front of the door. I don't think that one should stay if I am worried.
Real
Point
quick,
taken.
so we were trying to get to what, the staircase or the metal door?
The metal door.
We've seen these things explode before.
Oh yeah, they explode and they have poisonous gas that lingers for quite some time.
Okay, quite some time.
Yeah.
Unless you have to vent.
I was an earth elemental the last time, and we pretty much just exploded everything, and I could walk around in the gas for, actually you as well. The two of us had no issues with the gas just because we do not breathe, but they are not good for people who have to breathe air.
I can go out and try to take out these two by the staircase that we're on right now.
Well, I think
Try to cut the stem so they can flow up. Is what I mean by that. Not explode them.
I was muted that whole time.
The city is down.
Yeah, we can hear.
Oh no, I was muted on the stream.
Oh,
So-
I see.
That's fine.
So the good news is that now the city entrance and the other entrance are actually completely clear with the path.
That's exactly what I was saying. That we do have a city entrance that we can exit from as well. I think that really it's this door over here.
So my potential suggestion, if Marvis, you are interested in cutting it, is if you want to target the one that Dromik just pointed out, this one here by the door, very, very gently at the stem. If it does, explode and there's a gas spore, can you maybe whirl your axe around or your hammer really quickly and create a gust and just whoosh it away?
Okay, so
I can
roll
try,
this time
but-
to become Thor.
I can try, but I don't know how well that will work. But I'll give it a shot.
Just believe in the heart of the
Unless
cards.
we have some cloth. Wait. Let me see.
Oh,
Marvis has poison resistance and advantage.
Yes, so that's why he's one of the best to send out for this task. But in terms of dispersing, should anything go wrong?
Well, he can.
So just to double check, if you touch them, they right?
We're not sure about just touching. We are sure about, we are sure that we do have an issue with, like, what am I thinking? Like, they explode when attacked.
Like
Although to be fair, we now know if you can hit above a 19 with the stem, it will just float to the ceiling.
the
That
pod
was
themselves
you
evolve.
with your shooting.
With
I don't know.
sharpshooting, yeah, we're not sure
I-
about cutting.
Me with an axe cutting. How?
This one starts to move very slowly towards you.
Aren't
Guys.
they on...
Like a
Wait,
little string on
oh, they're like, whoa, they have a long string. Holy shit.
Guys.
I'd say just come back at this point. Let's explode them and wait. This is taking too long. Throw a fire bolt in there, explode them all, wait for 30 minutes. There's no reason to do this.
You guys back up a bit more. I'm gonna try something, see if it can do something.
it. Just a reminder, you did see some footprints here, and if there's a big explosion, the footprints might be erased, but it's up to you.
Well, do we want to check that out first before you make an explosion?
Well, they're getting closer to me, so
Well, why don't you
Well, then just
back
step
up?
back. They're on
Yeah.
ropes.
Back up first.
I'll go to where the footsteps are and try to investigate them, just so no
Like
other
me.
people.
Yeah.
You
So I
see
need-
it looks like an elven lady's shoe, like a middle class elven lady's shoe. And you see a broken pair of big glasses.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn back to the group. Do we know any elven lady who wears glasses?
I have a feeling it's the cousin of,
Indeed.
You see some like elf-sized footprints. You'll see some big claw prints and some medium claw prints. Would you like to try to
Claw
identify?
prints.
I'll try. Just
Okay, roll either nature or investigation.
once.
Or survival, I guess.
I was about to say claw prints. I might know something about those, but
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to have you roll. It doesn't matter.
What was it? Nature
You
or
can choose any
survival?
appropriate skill like nature or survival or perception or investigation.
I'll go
If you need help,
investigation.
let us know.
My investigation is a +5. Everything else is very low.
That's not bad.
I'm gonna use this die over here just so. 17.
That's great. You see what looks like another set of footprints with an elven lady's barefoot and, one barefoot, one shoe going toward the door. And you see what looks like kind of more manly footprints and kobold footprints. And so you've seen so many kobold footprints going this way, as well as some large Bulette footprints going and coming from the freshly dug tunnel. You might remember that Bulettes are very good at digging.
Yeah.
You can add those notes.
I will say that to the group. I'll relay that to the group.
and cool.
I will be right back, guys.
I forgot their name. That
Are there any
tag
kobolds
team
down here?
duo. There's a bunch
At
of kobolds
the,
down there.
at
Okay.
the
Oh.
There
bar.
was that tag team
The
duo that
dwarf,
sold us the corrupt,
No, not Tyson. Someone.
It
and
was
Red.
the gem, yeah, the gem folk,
Ah.
right?
Yeah.
That's what they were doing. They're selling
Red
gems
was
and
the
whatnot.
kobold, and I don't remember. Was it a dwarf or no? That was with them.
It wasn't a gnome. It was a dwarf or a human, I thought, but I could be wrong. Or a drow. I can't remember. It's
I
been a
wanna say
while.
Dwarf.
I think you might be correct in that.
Can you repeat the question?
We're wondering if we can remember the person who was with Red at
That was
the bar.
a male dwarf named Tyler Garnett.
It was. Oh, it was Tyler.
That was her business partner, yeah.
Yes, I remember that. Well, that is something that we
Footprints are a
should...
little bit large for kobolds,
The footprints are?
but they do seem kobold shaped.
Interesting. I think that it's an animal. I can find it for you if you'd like.
Okay, I'm back.
Marvis, you also sense an intense aura of evil from the sphere. So evil that it might be something older than magic.
Your hammer
Good, bad.
talked to you.
Yeah, I was about to
As long
ask
as you're
Blood.
far enough away from the lizards. Yeah, go ahead. What would you ask?
I'll ask if he knows anything of what I'm sensing. This evil.
He says, I sense death in that sphere. It is powered by trapped souls. We should destroy the power source. No one should use such a vehicle. This vehicle is used to breach planes.
My God.
Okay. I'm going to relay a message of trapped souls, and that's about it.
We are planning to go in there and try to fight whatever's in there, correct? We do know that there are some quite powerful scrolls in there that Saphira wants, and now that Marvis has let us know about the footprints, I think we need to go act quickly.
We definitely have to go in there.
Trapped souls. That makes me wonder. Perhaps.
It sounds a lot like the crystal.
Maybe that the white LizardFolk stars. Maybe those are all souls.
Interesting.
Perhaps. I mean, they did. They can be used to power something like an airship, and we had a crystal, I think, previously that could have been a power source and had souls in it, if I remember correctly.
I think you are correct.
That's where that
Before
was
we begin, I'm gonna kind of turn to everyone. If you want me to conjure an elemental, it's possible, but I will need a minute at least before battle. The casting time's 1 minute, is what I'm saying.
How long does your elemental stay around for? Please remind me.
About an hour. Concentration an hour, but there is a potential that I lose control of it. I can also save the spell. I have uses for it if you do not want a secondary creature, but I can't
save it.
Yeah, I can't promise that it's going to, do everything that we need,
Yeah.
but having an extra body, especially something that
Yeah.
does not need to breathe, may be beneficial. Either way is fine with me.
The only reason I could think for having it now would be if we're gonna explode all these things, and if you have, like, I don't know, an air elemental or something to, like, push the spores away. But that's it. Otherwise, I'd say save it
I do have that.
for right before we go into battle.
I do have that, but it also does depend on what you want. Do you want to explode these spores, or do we just go and leave them? I think that those are our two options right now, because cutting them and moving them is not going to work. Does anyone have a preference? I think we should just leave them and go in.
Well, let's cut a path for ourselves and then
Cutting a
go
path
in.
ourselves is going to take far too long, and I feel it's far too risky at this point.
I think the
Well,
issue is
we
if
have
those things can move 10 feet over, how are
Yes.
we going to sneak in between some of them?
It depends on how quickly we move.
Move very slow.
We're just going over here, right?
Correct. We're just
Yeah.
going through that door.
So we just need to cut what, 2, 3, 4, maybe.
If you think you can do it, if you think you can hit, let's do this. If you think you want to cut through those 3, feel free to do so. If they do explode, I will summon an earth elemental. I mean, air elemental, excuse me.
Okay, that's fine.
To get everyone through in a quick succession.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what
Well-
are you going to use to try to cut these?
I'm going to use my axe and try to throw it so I can at least cut all 4 of them in one go.
Okay.
Fontiev is going to take an extra deep breath, move slightly further back.
Yeah.
That would be these 4. This one, this one, this one, and this one.
Okay. Would you describe this as like reckless? I mean, of course you're taking extra time to aim. you understand this is purely a question of precision here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would
It
say
may be
it is.
better to do one at a time, but that's just a Dromik suggestion. You do not have to listen to it.
Yeah, it would be smart to do it one at a time, but it's just that if I go for this one first, then this one is gonna come towards me and probably pop on impact or touch or whatever.
Yeah, we are unsure as if they explode on touch.
Yeah, so I'd rather just get it done quick and easy, and then whatever happens, happens.
I'm gonna prepare to cast this air elemental. I'm just letting you know.
Still covering
That's
my
fine.
nose and mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm going
Yeah,
to.
I'm prepped.
Yep.
Make
Dromik,
sure-
why don't you just start casting and don't finish?
I think I can do that. Hold on.
Just hang on the last consonant.
Actually,
Get,
let me
like,
see.
45
Wait, hold
seconds
on.
of
Let
the
me
way to a
let me
minute.
make sure I have this air.
Why is our DM rolling dice if I haven't
Yeah,
even rolled yet?
hold on. Wait a minute.
He's excited. He's
I-
excited
He's excited to murder
try
you.
to kill
That
I
you
is-
also
again.
need to look and make sure that I have this air elemental. Because I'm not seeing it.
As Marvis goes to strike. Wait, I don't have
Yes,
it.
I do. There it is. No, I just didn't have it. I couldn't find it in my many elemental things. I found it.
Take a d6 too. Marvin's brave.
We'll take. Okay. I'm going to roll. Are you ready, DM?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm ready to be impressed. Whoa, 19.
19 plus 12, 31.
You just cleanly slice all them off without any problems at all. Such bolts.
Dromik just
Yay.
like puts his hands down and is like, good.
What happened? I was too far back to see. Did he do it?
It seems as if he has cleaved them all off of their.
Everest gets inspiration
strings.
for being so brave.
Amazing. Look at our martial fighters.
Do you have any ability or any way to push these spores out of the way, or will we still have to do that with wind of some type?
Well, the one
I know they did float up.
Yeah, they floated up. How far up did they float?
They were bumping against the ceiling, which is 10 feet high.
Yeah, it's not that far up. We still need to
So-
move them.
Well, we could just run towards the door. If they're 10 feet up, then
Well,
They also move quite slow.
yeah.
But I think the problem is that we want them not around
Yes.
us.
Marvis, would you like to do a little test now that it's untethered? If you can find one that's not near another tethered one, will it still move towards you? Be ready to bolt back to us.
Right, like walking near the untethered ones to see if it can float
Yes.
downward.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay. Oh, the untethered ones, the ones I just cut, right?
Yes. But
Oh.
while staying away from the tethered ones.
I'll go that close to this one, because that's the only untethered one that is pretty far from everything else. This one is
Good choice.
probably wouldn't reach me that fast, hopefully.
Yeah, he said they move slow.
Marvis, you hear a faint screaming noise from the direction of the door.
Well, I think someone did, but
We need to leave now then. That can't happen. She can't die. I'm gonna just start walking in.
She's fine. Someone just miswrote her name on her Underbooks coffee mug.
We need to go in now. Stop wasting time. I'm gonna start walking.
well,
Hey, but
I-
did the
bef-
spore
bef-
move near him?
yeah. Before you even start to move, and we all hear the scream, I'm going to look at you and just give you an intense stare of "Do not move."
I'm strong enough to come in here. I'm not a weakling. I also have 3 forms. I'm gonna stand in the evidence area and
Well,
impatiently wait.
Marvis's question was not yet answered.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead, do the spore thing.
Charles.
I'm sorry, I had to step away for a second. Can you read the spore thing?
Did the spore that I cut up move towards me?
It's not, no. It's perhaps that string thing was kind of like a muscle they used to float.
Wonderful.
Okay. Alright. And I'm just gonna signal everybody to move to the doors as fast as I can.
I'm going to take a moment to yeah, no, I'm not
Should
gonna
we at least get the door open
We're gonna
first?
keep moving. Yeah, no, we're
Well,
no,
I think
we're
as
walking
soon as
in.
the door, yeah, as soon as the door opens,
We're gonna be in a
it's-
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be like a short stop, signaling everybody to run to home. But home
Yeah.
is that
Hey,
door.
bada bada, hey, bada bada, swing, bada swing.
So we're all moving, I'm assuming. Can we get ourselves in some type of position to open the door and then we'll go from there? Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, we hustle between the ones that are not.
Dromik
Hold
feels
on.
a chill upon approaching the door.
As
I feel what?
as everyone starts moving, Kiff will turn back to the LizardFolk, and since Kiff came, he's had a pan flute. Kiff will turn to them, take the pan flute out, and say, "If you listen for this," and he will like play one note, or like a little like, doo 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 doo. Yeah.
Just
If you hear this, then come forth.
But if you hear through fire and flames, don't come through.
Are you sure that's perfect battle music?
I don't disagree with that.
I'll tell not Kiff, Dromik not to enter yet. I'll be the first one to go. Dude.
Yeah, that's okay. I just does everyone want to move themselves? Because I just moved everyone forward and I have no idea where you want to be. I just like put people places.
I put myself here.
Fontiev, you're still kind of way far back. Yllaxis,
Oh no frigging way.
what?
Someone actually pulled off a pan flute cover of the Fire and Flames.
That's awesome.
Of course.
Can you please move yourself to put yourself in line with us? I put Yllaxis over here just because like she's not technically with us, but she is. I don't know if you want her in the group or not.
He's in spirit.
Right. I'm just unsure as to if you want her with us currently.
How much damage is that
Oh,
door gonna
DM.
do to you?
Who, me?
Okay, so you guys have approached the door. You all feel a chill in your bones as you approach the door. You sense evil, a dark presence.
Reminder to Marvis that he still hasn't used that D6.
That D6, yeah.
How long does it last? I forget.
5 whole minutes.
Okay.
Is it 5 or 10?
I believe it's 5. Let me double check.
It
Oh,
might go up
you're
every time
right.
you level up.
It's 10.
Aha. I
I think he only has
didn't
one level
play a
though.
bard for 1 whole year. For nothing.
Yeah, there you go.
A year and a quarter.
I'm going to like pound in my chest to go into a rage. I forget, did I go into a rage in that last battle with the queen?
I don't think you did.
Okay.
No,
just-
you
No,
Nope,
you just
he
kind of grabbed him and ran.
And
yeah,
then
you picked up a small lizard and ran away.
Oh. Alright, and I will...
How close are you to the door right now?
I'm pretty close. I'm like either contemplating really quickly, should I kick it or should I just open it like a normal person?
So you're within like less than 5 feet of the door, right?
Yeah.
Okay, when you get within less than 5 feet of the door, there's a big voice that rings out. It's a woman's voice. It speaks in common, but with an elven accent. And it says, welcome, brave adventurers to the planar sphere. If you are able to pass the trials and puzzles within, you could be the proud new owner of this state-of-the-art interdimensional vehicle. And the door opens.
I look back to the group and like,
Are we getting a spaceship?
No, it's clearly evil. We're destroying whatever it is as soon as we figure out how to get a hold of it.
Do you walk into the room inside?
Yeah, I think we are. What else are we gonna do?
Kiff mumbles to himself. At least we can hide it before we blow it up.
So this is a small room. The walls and the door are made of a sort of a greenish colored metal. There's some sort of, let's see here. Oops, I erased it too much.
well, Sphere's gone.
Yep, it's gone now.
we did our job.
Yep.
We did it,
destroyed
guys. Let's go home.
Did we win?
On the game.
Technical difficulties, guys. We won by technicality. Let's go home.
So, all right. So
That's
it's a
my favorite
small
way to win.
There's
Yep.
there's a little bench for your convenience. There's a tiny little slot in the wall. So far Marvis, Dromik, and Kiff have entered, right?
Yeah.
I thought everyone was entering, but
I mean,
we're the only ones who moved our
I'll go
pieces.
in, uh,
So-
except for this bench and this little like book-shaped slot over here.
We're gonna need your brain, Maggie. I think you're gonna need to
Yes,
help us.
yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
I don't know how much time we'll have, but I'll start ritual casting comprehend languages.
Yeah, it might be
Just
a
'cause
might
I
be a
feel
decision.
Like I might
Is
need
Fontiev
it.
staying out of this situation? Or is he maintaining a careful watch from outside?
Mhm.
Is he
I'm coming. I'm hanging out inside the door right now.
Are you in?
Like I'm in the door
Are
frame
you
itself.
Out.
Okay, the door attempts to slam shut on Fontiev. Just Fontiev, please make a dexterity save.
Oh my god.
A magical eye and a magical mouth appear on the otherwise featureless wall.
Well over 20. Well over 20.
Where is the? Okay, do you want to be inside or outside?
I guess I'm gonna be inside.
Okay, your butt gets pinched for 5 damage, but otherwise you're inside.
I rolled over 20.
Yeah, you got less damage. Okay.
Oh,
magic
what a
eye.
little door.
A magical eye and a magical mouth appear in the wall, and that same voice, it's a feminine voice, sounding kind of like an older lady, that says, "Here are the rules of our game. You must first deposit all magic items in the slot, and once you have done so, the door to the main puzzle room shall appear. After that, there's a big grinding sound, and the door leading to the exit kind of vanishes away."
Is the mouth still there?
Yep. The mouth's still there, so the eye's kind of looking at you. It's kind of like the shape like the emojis for the mouth of the eyes. I'll try to draw it here.
I like it.
I will ask it, will we get our items back?
Of course. Of course, she says. You'll get them back, assuming you pass all the trials. The puzzles to test your intelligence and worthiness.
Can I insight check this voice?
Yes.
Is that allowed? Okay.
If you weren't gonna
think
do it,
that's
I was about to.
21. I think I got 21. 21.
With a 21, you receive such a horrible insight that you feel parts of your very soul being sucked away towards the center of the sphere. And everyone takes 35 damage.
What?
Excuse me?
Everyone?
No save by the book.
35?
35 necrotic damage.
The fuck?
Fudge.
You hear that faint screaming sound, it's a little bit louder.
I guess
And
we're unable to do any type
How would
of
you describe this as
checks.
what you're trying to find out by insight, Maggie? Like you're just trying to see if it's lying or not?
Yeah.
It
No.
sounds like the voice has demanded this many times and it isn't. If it's not expecting any trouble, and it's not worried about any trouble.
Yeah, we still did 35 damage to us for like thinking about me being lied to.
the edge
All of
your
us.
soul being sucked and drained by something that can suck and drain souls.
Alright.
The magic eye, magic mouth looks relatively cheerful and unconcerned.
I get the feeling Fontiev's not going to get his airship this time around.
The eye keeps looking from one of you to the other and just kind of jumping around.
I'm going to look to towards the group. Well, like, I am even more pissed off right now. So, do you guys want to do this test or just kick down the door and just kill whatever's inside?
We have no choice. Is there a door there?
I don't know. I
You
just
don't
said door.
Or people, I don't think you guys have. Wait, Maggie was ritual casting comprehend languages, right? Okay.
Correct.
So when you say that, the mouth says, "Oh, I wouldn't advise becoming violent." She says, "This is not just a test of strength; it's a test of your wits." And wisdom.
Yeah, I don't like being damaged when it's supposed to be a test of wits and wisdom.
Yeah, that hurt. I was just standing here. What did I do?
Yeah, all I did was ask a question if we'll get our items back. That I don't think that deserved 35 points of damage to my non-organic body.
Is
The
it
eye looks to the right, and you hear the voice sounding a little bit fainter and further away, and she says, Malakar, get Pingus ready. What was Maggie saying?
no,
Let's
I'm
just do
asking
as we're told.
yeah, I'm asking
Go ahead.
DM, when she said that about getting vicious, because you asked me if I was casting comprehend languages, is she saying that was that directed to Marvis, who suggested kicking down the door, or was that directed to me for casting a non-threatening spell, or was that just a general to the group?
It was addressed to Marvis when he suggested just trying to smash the wall.
Okay.
Or the door. Wow.
What name did she use? Pink?
You heard her say as though like a little further away.
She's like yelling to someone. It seems she's turned
Now
around.
she's doing something. She said, Malakar, get Pingus ready. I'll write it down for you.
Are you threatening us now?
I'm just gonna ask.
She says, I am simply, and she hesitates, the magical servant of this wondrous vehicle left by a great old wizard who was very kind and generous and wants someone wise and knowledgeable to inherit his vehicle.
35 damage.
Insight check. No, just kidding. I can't do
Don't
that.
do it.
I lied. We can't do anything.
see-
I'm just
I
gonna
see
take out my
Dromik's
magic
face.
items. Just kidding.
Start to scrunch
Yeah,
up. and I'm
just
like,
kidding. We can't insight check, so we're just gonna listen to it. I don't feel like doing this. I'm gonna look at her and say, what magic items? Which ones do you want us to put in there? Only the ones on our person?
So her eye looks at you. She says, well, that sword looks very, very fancy.
Fine.
And,
As long as we get them back at the end of this, I don't care
wand
anymore.
and-
Yeah, so the wand staff, just all, I'm asking the DM. Do you mean just the items on our person? That's fine.
The DM isn't demanding this of you. The voice is.
So she just says yes, the items, yes or no, the items on our persons, all of the magic items on our persons.
She says all the magic items on your person, just put them in the slot. Yes, she said, well, they'll be given back to you after you pass the puzzle, so it's quite natural.
Fine, I'm gonna do so and just be like, let's get this over with. I'm done with this. There's nothing else we can do here but argue. Wherever I put my
The mouth
stuff.
smiles. The voice says, "Oh, very good, very good, very good. Now, the rest of you do likewise." There's a kind of a clattering as they go down this little thing that's kind of like a garbage chute, but smaller.
Kiff takes his shit and starts to put it in, but before he puts the bow in, he asks, "Who's Dingus?"
The eye blinks and that says, "I'm sorry."
Dingus. You said get Dingus. Who's Dingus?
Oh, she says that's the treasure goblin who's going to give you your treasures as a reward.
Kiff will turn to
Don't worry about that, she says.
Dingus is that's a fun name. Dingus. And then he'll kiss his death heart bow and say, "I'll be back for you." And then he'll pop it in.
Okay. The eye kind of looks at Kiff again. She says, "Is that you wearing a magical bracelet?" And they kind of squints at him.
Kiff looks at himself and goes, "No."
Oh, it says, "Oh, sure, certainly. Yeah, just go stand by the wall there. Yes." And then it looks at Marvis, Maggie, and Fontiev and says, "Go on and go ahead, do likewise. Be nice like these nice cooperative lizards."
Quick question. Did it say anything about the staves that I have?
By the way, I'm assuming Kiff is not using his invisibility cloak at this time.
Yeah, I meant my items meaning my items, yeah.
So I'm asking a question. Is my I have 3 magic staves that I've never touched once. They're like +1 staves. Did they want that too? That's fine. I'm just wondering.
All it said was put all your magic items in the slot.
Okay, then that's fine. I'm just gonna take the ones off of my person, like she said,
As soon as you take them off,
including
she
the
says, "Yep,
stats.
those-
I've
those-
already done that. Yeah.
Oh, good. Jesus, good lizard, good lizard." And then she turns to Marvin. She says, "Now, Violent One. This is time for intelligent people. So put down your weapons and put them all in the suit. We won't need any weapons in there." And you hear a faint screaming noise from beyond the walls.
Sure.
Keep saying that.
No violence. When we get attacked, no violence. Before I even put anything in
The
the
lips
slot.
laugh. She says, "Violence? No, it's just purely tests of intelligence, games of wisdom and strategy. No violence in there."
That's why there's someone screaming, and you damaged all of us for no real reason.
Wait, screaming, she says. "Pingus, go check on the..." And you hear the mouth kind of becomes a blank as the voice fades away for a second.
All right, while
Pay
the
no
voice is
mind
gone,
to the man behind the curtain.
I'm going to walk towards Maggie and just go like, "Don't put the book in there. I don't know where you have it. Just don't do that, please."
Should be magical now. I'm going to, while it's not looking, I guess try sleight of hand. I'm gonna put it in the purse of any pockets. It's masked to not be magical anyway, but just in case, I'm putting it in the pump with sleight of hand. Yes, sleight of hand. 14 on sleight of hand, if it matters.
Okay, the mouth smiles again and the eye starts looking around again.
Okay.
It is well now. All right, Miss Wizard there. I'm sure you're going to love the exciting puzzles we have for you.
So very excited. How did you know? And I'll start, I guess, putting all my magical items. It's gonna take a while. I guess that's,
That's wonderful, wonderful. She says, we haven't had anyone this cooperative in quite some time.
yes, I'm sure.
As
So I
Maggie
guess
is
that's
unloading all her
both
magical
wands
items.
and the cloak and both my rings, only one I was wearing, the planar communication device. I don't know if I need to put Connor's spellbook in there or not. Does that count as a magical item? Maggie would be smart enough to know whether that counts as a magical item. Just I'm not.
Well, I don't think the spellbook itself technically is magical. It's just
I don't know.
a book with paper on it.
I don't know.
Yeah, not unless you're like what was it? Orders.
Oh,
scribes,
of the
Back to the
scribe,
tome or
yeah.
scribes, yeah.
Okay, cool. So if that's not magical, I'll keep it. What else? What else? I have the monocle of true sight. I guess that's magical.
Fine. Wow, that is quite a lot of material you just put in the slot.
Isn't it? You did ask for everything.
She says, "Thank you for your donation. I mean cooperation."
I don't like the way he said
Wait.
that.
What else are we going to do here, Fontiev? If there's nothing else that you can do, just put your magic items down.
Or a spell or something.
Feel free to use a spell.
Fontiev could do what?
I don't know, the same thing you always do, use skills and spells and things.
Right, but
Against this thing,
against
so we
something-
keep our objects?
Oh, that's not a thing. That's a person.
it's obviously a person with something behind it. But Fontiev, if you have nothing you're going to do on the spot, just put in your magic items so we can get on with this. I'm very tired of being stuck in rooms and having things taken away from us constantly.
How do you think I feel?
I don't use actually, I haven't used a single item anyway. So it doesn't really matter to me, but
Yeah, good for you.
I'm just saying, like,
Actually,
let's just get on with it.
Quick question. So, I have 2 wands, obviously. I can put one of them in here, but, like, I mean, one of these is just custom made. No one else can even really benefit it. I'm sure it wouldn't be useful to you. Can't I just hold on to it for sentimental purposes?
She squints at it and she says, "Well, You see, the wizard who created this thing. What was his name? His name was Alamar. That's right. He thought that only those who don't rely on their magic to solve puzzles and to understand all the mysterious things should be the true owners. And then as she pauses and the eye on the mouth becomes blank again as you hear her faintly say, "No, stop playing with that thing."
I'm just gonna reply. You feel free to take items. It's not the items that are magic. It's not the only thing that's magic. But I have no use for my magic items. If you're going, like, it's not a big deal to me. We have other skills.
I guess I will drop the wand in there, but I am keeping my original staff because I need it as a walking stick since I'm old. Older than I look, I should say.
Okay, the magic eye, magic mouth becomes animated again, and it looks at Fontiev and Marvis and says, "Well, everyone else has done their part. What about you two? Go on."
Quick question.
That room won't do, she says. What's up?
Do I myself have to go into that slot since I'm a magical item? I put in
That's a
air
good
quotes.
question.
Actually, yeah, no, technically you should have to go in there. Jump on in there, Mavericks, and let's see what lies on the other side of this fucking
And the
thing.
guy magic mouth looks at you and kind of squints a little bit and says, I don't think so. I don't think you should do that. No, don't do that. No.
No, he's technically a magical item. I think he might need to go down there.
No. He's a.
No, I mean he was created through magic. He's literally a magic item.
She says, don't mess with the slot. I don't have to call Pingus, and sort this out. Don't mess with the slot. Don't put any gold in the slot.
But he is magical. He has to go in there. By your definition rules, he has to go in the slot.
If she could shake her head, she would. She says, he won't fit. It won't be good. It won't be a good thing. Don't do that.
What does
Marvis,
Pingus have to do with the slot?
Don't worry about Pingus. There's gonna be riddles. There's gonna be puzzles. You're gonna love them. It's gonna be a great time. You don't need to worry about Pingus. He's only for the bad people, the bad ones.
Like, Fontiev just goes up to Marvis and puts his back to them and kind of winks at Marvis, and winks at Marvis, and he's like, "All right, Marvis, as your magical item owner, I need you to get in the slot."
You heard the mouth. I can't go in the slot. If I go in the slot, I'm
He
gonna cut the
fits.
clock.
Yeah, he can fit. Again, you understand I'm winking at you, right?
I know. I'm playing along.
Yeah, you have to go in there. I'm sorry, but the rules are the rules. You are my magic item. You have to go in there. I'm sorry.
I'm just going. I can't believe Maggie traded me.
Hey.
I traded you?
Yeah, I mean,
You're the only
really-
wizard.
You really wanted that extra coffee. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, fair trade's fair trade.
I think they're trying to do the guys.
Rather concerned, and you
I'm
hear.
confused and I can't make an insight check without taking 35 damage, so
I think okay. So the damage was just from the evil in the area. It wasn't from the insight check. I don't know.
why did it happen after I rolled an insight check?
It's. I don't want to tell. Like it's just area based. It's based in the area. It's not based on the insight check. I don't want to make you afraid to use insight. Anyways, when Fontiev keeps talking about putting Marvis in the slot.
Yeah, I'm guiding him to the slot and just putting him in.
Okay. Is Marvis cooperating?
Yep.
So the mouth keeps saying, no. And then you hear a man's voice say, let him. He won't be any trouble. Let him rest. And you hear a woman's voice speaking in Elvish and hushed, and she says,
I understand Elvish, so I would be able to pick
Same.
up what's happening.
Same.
okay, so are you pushing him into the slot? Like it's gonna be a tight fit. You have to whack him.
Yeah, I'm pushing him in, just getting a little bit of elbow grease and kind of just shimmying him down.
Okay. So this isn't gonna be comfortable for Marvis. You might take. Let's say 3 damage as you fall down the chute.
Halved because I went raging before we entered this room.
Yes.
So that's what, 2?
1.
1?
Yeah. Okay, so you land in a dark box with a lot of different random items in it. And the screaming, you hear that faint screaming sound rather louder. and you hear people speaking in a language which I'm pretty sure you don't know, and you hear. Do you know Elvish, Marvis?
I believe so. Let me double check.
I was pretty sure you just said you did, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe
check just
Fontiev.
in case.
Also, is it only
Yes, I
Marvis
do
that can
know
hear these
Elvish.
things?
Yeah, because he went in the chute.
You do know Elvish?
Yeah.
The voice in Elvish, it sounds like one's voice is saying, "Please stop hurting me. What do you want?" And you hear someone cackling in another and saying something in another language.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I know Celestial, Common, Elvish, Gith, and Halfling. So, okay.
And I will draw the stuff that's over here, but you can't see it right now. It feels like there's some kind of like hatch or something over here.
All right.
There's
Do
a
I
crack of
see?
light you can see, but you can't see anything more than just a crack of light.
Okay, I don't see anything in the room at all.
It's pitch dark,
Okay.
and you feel like there's a lot of random objects and junk.
Okay. I'm going to use. I think it was.
Junk. We just threw all our
Fire-
magic items down there.
I'm gonna,
That ain't
I think it was
junk.
the fire gauntlets I have, and I can produce flame.
Yeah, I was
I'm
about to
gonna
say.
try to produce flame in my hand so I can see a bit in here.
Okay, so you can see that everything that everyone dropped down the chute is there. So let's talk about the chute for a second. The chute is about 25 feet deep. It's like S-shaped.
Okay.
I'll write that down.
Oh, sorry.
So you find
I
everything
did try to
dropped
whisper
down.
something. That might have been it.
You find everything that was dropped down, plus a few extra things.
Well, I automatically gonna pick up every item my friends dropped.
Yeah, just
He's just
shove it
grabbing
all
them
on the bag of holding.
Yep. There you
Yep.
go.
Thanks, bud.
And
Okay.
if I see at least one item that really catches my eye, I'll pick it up and put it in.
A pair of magic shoes you don't recognize.
Ooh.
In the bag.
You
Magic Air Jordans, always good.
see 3 magic scrolls. You see a rolled up
Magic carpet.
this thing. What else is in here?
I'll probably just take the scrolls, the shoes, not the painting, cause that's just weird.
A magic dagger.
I'll probably do a quick scan of my group in memory and see. I don't think anybody uses a dagger. Nah. Or
What now?
A
a
dagger.
dagger.
Oh, okay. Varro
Yeah.
might, but I don't think you've met Varro.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Faro
forgot.
is
There's
safely
also-
far away from here.
Yeah.
There's also 2 superior healing potions in there as well.
Jackpot.
And there's a lot of miscellaneous stuff like doesn't seem that magical as well.
I'll just go up to the door and I'll leave it at that. Then you could go back to the rest of the party that's upstairs.
I mean, you can kick the door in.
Yeah, I'd rather you
Get
story
inside
back to you
first,
guys
yeah.
upstairs.
So the mouth looks a little upset. She says, "Okay, so you put your golem, in there, so that's good. So, she says, now put your broom in there too. We can't have you flying around on brooms. That won't be appropriate."
Okay. And so I'm gonna pick up Broomy. And it's like, Broomy. We're gonna be separated for a while, but it's gonna be okay. Charles, I would not do it because every single time we do that, we screw the table up.
The universe shatters.
I don't do that. Just assume I don't have it.
Yeah,
because
let's just call it
we are gonna
Fontiev
screw
doesn't
something
have
up.
the broom.
Rob,
Yeah.
just right-click and say Fontiev in parentheses without broom.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
think we can establish that. I don't think we need to actually do that.
Yeah, no, just
But
type it. We're saying just type it on
let
your
me
pen.
finish my bit, okay?
Yes, go for it.
Okay, so I just like, Broomy, we're gonna be separated for a while, but no, don't cry. And I start like caressing the broom on the side, just like, no, don't cry, don't cry.
Please shake it as if it's quivering in tears.
Yeah, it's gonna like, you're gonna be safe. We're gonna come back. We're gonna get reunited. We're gonna have all the nights of fun. We're gonna fly around. We're gonna see the world. And then I just go straight, just full like like French kissing the broom, just tongue straight and down as much as I can. Just making the most disgustingly awkward thing for the eye to watch.
Yeah, Dromik is
So
very,
I-
very
I
visually
want to
upset.
Go on for like 3
You can
solid minutes of just this disgusting mess of Fontiev just like literally deep throating his broom.
Ew! Oh my god!
Hey,
God.
you,
Oh my god!
you didn't have to go that far.
You took it so
You
far.
really, you were at the line. You didn't have to cross it.
Oh no.
You
I'm
didn't
not
have to
gonna
write it,
die.
Charles.
It's been immortalized. I am not
In the
insight
Discord.
checking. I'm just watching the eye and mouth on the wall to see a reaction. You know, I don't think I need to roll for that. It should be pretty plain. I just want to see the
It looks
reaction.
upset. He's okay. As soon as he throws a run down the hall, this door appears on the wall, as if by magic.
Wait,
As,
but
as if by magic.
you didn't tell me her reaction to the 3 minutes.
The 3 minutes.
Oh, Fontiev.
He said he was
Yes,
making
he
out with
looks
his
upset
group
and
for
he says,
3
"That's enough.
minutes.
That's enough." He says, "None of that. Now go into the room. Next
She's
step."
just as disturbed as we are.
I enjoy her discomfort.
Yes.
and Fontiev just is just like, it freak it out. like once we're kind of like out of like eyesight and ear range,
Oh.
and earshot
Earshot?
from it.
Before we go through the door to the next room, I'm gonna say to the face on the wall, I wouldn't touch that broom. You don't know where else
Don't
it's
worry,
been.
It'll be returned to you directly.
We don't know where else it's been.
Yeah. I
This
don't
is-
know
this
if
is
it heard the
exactly-
second part. I did say, you don't know where else it's been. And then gave a long stare. Like,
Whoa.
you know.
An
And
aggressive
then
stare.
just walk through the door. Oh no, like a warning.
No, like a
kinda,
no,
like,
I know. I
yeah.
I
You
mean
don't know where it's
aggressive in that
been.
way.
Eyes get wide and then just walks through the door like, yeah, exactly.
Then the broom
And for the
hits me
record,
on
that
my
was
head.
exactly what I was doing to freak them the fuck out, so they do not touch my broom.
Then the
This
broom
point,
hits me on the
Marvis might
head.
not touch either.
I'm like, why is this thing
It's
wet?
wet.
Oh, what the?
Ew.
Oh no, poor Marvis having an existential crisis.
I've gone too far.
Kiff turns to Dromik and says in Draconic, "Does Kiff write song about this?"
Dromik replies in Draconic, "This would be quite the entertaining bar song."
And
Make
Maggie,
it
who
upbeat.
currently understands spoken language, will just turn around and say yes in common.
Loudly in common. I
Yes.
just Dromik says, "Make it upbeat." Yes.
I'm still there. I'm like, should I pick it up? Should I leave it? It's wet. I don't know why it's wet. And it's not blood. And it's
Just use like a
Definitely,
magical cloak to pick it up with. Like,
Just find like a
Just put-
cloth.
Just
Yeah.
put it back.
Yeah.
Just put it in the bag of holding.
It'll be fine. It'll wash off in there, I guess.
It'll be fine.
All right, I think we're going through the
Okay.
door, yeah? Or do we want to take a break here and then go through the door and have our
Like, okay, so
suit?
we'll take
What
a
do you want to
break.
do?
I think it's the perfect place to take a break
Yeah.
after.
Are you okay with that, Charles?
Yeah.
I just want to ask before, because if you have stuff you want to do before we get started, like, we can wait. I don't want to derail you.
Play games, and you gotta have friends to play games.
No, that's true. I'm just saying I don't want to derail you.
I'm good.
I
Okay.
think it's been derailed.
Yeah, it's been a little derailed. Okay.
That's all creativity. I like it.
No, I love it so much. Okay.
Hey, I did my job. I freaked the crap out of it so it never goes near my broom.
It
And does
worked.
not try to steal it.
I wonder what it tasted like.
It
It tasted like wood.
No,
probably
it's
tasted like
fit in
dirt
between
too.
your legs
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
for a
no.
good while.
Well, I mean, like the
Honestly,
top of
I
it
think
probably
it
tastes like
tasted
dirt.
like wood, sweat, and splinters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If magic rooms were a thing, I think people would definitely appreciate them a lot.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we'll take a 5-minute break, a couple-minute break. I just need to run to the bathroom. Maybe grab some tea. It should be short. We are going to put you guys on break time, and then we'll be back. Feel free to ask questions, comments, any of that kind of stuff. If you want to know a little bit more about characters or campaign, we can let you know. All right, and it's break time.
Guy in the magic mouth says, "Go on. You can go to the other room. You'll find the puzzles there. Go on. Go ahead. Don't be shy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I
Step
think
left.
we were walking into
I
the door.
think I was already through the door as I told it,
Yes, Maggie
the
was the
broom.
last one who was like
Gave the
giving the
look.
broom warning.
As I walked through. Yeah.
Okay. Dromik went through. Maggie went through. Who else?
Can y'all move your pieces, Kiff
yeah,
and
Kiff
Fontiev?
is-
Everyone.
Yeah,
I think
like-
Fontiev may have been
like,
last.
Marvis through
Yeah,
the
but while we're
crack.
walking through the door, I give Maggie a little bit of a high five for continuing the gag with them in front. Like,
That was some very good technique, my dear. I approve.
Through the crack.
Fontiev just starts going.
Okay,
Got
that's
some
enough.
splinters.
Oh,
Marvis can
I
see
can't
all
help
this
with that.
stuff in here. You can see that there's clearly some chain devils clearly whipping and torturing this elf who's been chained up on a little platform here. And there is a mythical golem just standing by the box. It's just standing, not doing anything.
Hmm.
Anyways, in the other room, there's a big table with a bunch of books on it. This door just kind of fades away as if by magic. And now the magic guy and the magic mouth appear on the other side of the wall. And says, okay, well, you can stay here as long as you want. There's 3 books of wonderful, wonderful puzzles for you to enjoy. There's a book, you can do those at your own pace. And if you're ever tired, you can take a rest in those beds right over there. So have fun. You simply need to solve all the puzzles in all the books.
okay, I open it up. Guys, it's a crossword. We're screwed.
Actually, it's the first one is a book of over 9,000 geometry problems. Second one is
Geometry problems.
over
Maggie, you're up.
puzzles.
No.
What's the second one?
9,000 crossword puzzles.
Oh God.
And the third one is a book of 9,000 linear algebra
Geometry.
problems.
All right, Maggie, you're up.
Kiff says, Kiff no maps. Kiff good at geometry.
That's not what that means.
Can I
Right.
start like maybe I'm just gonna kind of look over at Maggie and say maybe we start exploring this room, correct?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Gonna investigate the room.
While they're investigating their room, I'm going to look at the scrolls and see what they are of, if I can.
The
Oh, God,
magic
check
guy
the traps
magic mouth
first.
fades away, and there's no obvious door in or out of that room. So Marvis, these scrolls, right?
Yeah.
These scrolls. Okay, so
I
let's
think
see.
it was just 2, or was it 3?
There's 3. So these are magic scrolls. Okay.
Once you're done with the scrolls, I also have a question, but I will wait.
The scrolls are wall of water. There's a wall of force, and there is. What's the third one? The third one is locate object. Okay.
Okay.
What was Sarah's question?
Well, my question was because Marvis put our items into the bag of holding, are we aware of that happening or no? I can't remember if that is how that works.
I don't know if you put them in the person
Do
behind fires,
we
you could just put your hand.
Do we feel
Oh, that's what I meant.
burdened
I meant purse, the other one.
by
Does the purse of pockets feel slightly heavier in any way?
very full?
Well, it's magical, so it probably doesn't feel heavier, but you could certainly reach in it to check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's gone, so let's check. All right.
Yeah, we probably should
I'll,
check at least.
I'll slip my diamond ring back on.
There also is
Uh,
pencils and scratch paper on the table.
Okay.
Great.
So I'm investigating the room, like I said I was gonna do. That is
Describe
a
how
All right,
a-
guys, let's get
dirty
academic.
20.
Okay,
I am
so you
walking
see-
around. Yes,
You
I
see
will.
4 paintings around the room, each with a label.
What does the label say?
This says view of silvery moon from the Nether Mountains. This one here. I'm gonna put the label in TTS.
Thank you.
This one says the host tower of Arcane Brotherhood. This one says the moonlight bridge of silvery moon. And this one says,
Oh, you're putting them on these paintings. Okay, I was confused.
yes,
Yeah.
this one says the yawning or yeah.
Oh,
They're paintings set on the
jeez.
walls. As you look at the walls, you notice that there's a bunch of scratches on the walls.
Okay, so first
And you
question.
see those are hung around the walls. Go ahead.
I just inspected and it just says B12 down. What is B12 down?
Okay, I guess
You can keep Fontiev entertained for hours. Go ahead.
okay. So I do have a few questions as always. But I just before anything else, with that dirty 20 on investigation, do I see anything else of note? I am making a full circuit around the room. I will
You see
run
some
my
sort
fingers
of
over a few
message
things.
behind the bed in the corner, scratch into the wall.
Can I read it?
It says, "Can't breathe," and it's somebody apparently scratched into the wall, seemingly with like a knife or something. And you suddenly realize you're a little bit short of breath.
Oh, excellent. So great. So great. I'm
That was behind
share
that. Do you
this.
want to try to move the bed?
Well, I'm not very strong,
Good
but
for
I
you.
will
Big, strong man.
inform everyone else about this, both the message, fact that I feel short of breath, and just the bed, and there might be other things. So that was question number one. Question number two: this image of the moonlight bridge of Silvery Moon.
Yes.
Um, way back an eternity ago, when we were in Codwake, I believe it was Kaylin. Um, Varro's sister had drawn a picture of a bridge she'd seen in a dream. She described the dream. There was like a city between two
Oh, yes,
mountains, a
that one.
beautiful bridge of light.
That's the one. That's the one.
Okay. So that's the bridge here. This okay. Does any of the other pictures, do they look like her drawing in any way, or
If
just
you
this
squint
bridge?
at the one on the left, it looks like it's the same town,
Okay.
and you can almost see the bridge, although because of the lighting, it's a lot hard to see.
Oh yeah, right there.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool.
You feel yourself starting to wheeze as though it's hard to breathe, and you hear some sort of hissing sound from under the bed.
Gonna back away from it.
Okay.
Guys, it's the monster that lives under my bed. It
No.
followed me
Would
here.
now be the time for me to
What is
wild
Marvis?
shape?
I'd like to know what Marvis is doing.
Uh, real quick, if I can, in this pile of items, I want to look for like a quill and some paper to write a message
Yeah,
towards
sure.
my friend.
That exists.
Yeah, I'll just grab something, write in message, and put it in the bag of holding. I mean, in the purse many pockets. Hopefully, my friends can uh find it. Yeah, and
Bonnie
just
is saying no, I won't sell my soul, I won't, and the others are saying, oh, you'll give up soon enough. We just gotta rip off all your skin, and they're just keep slapping her with these spiky chains.
I'm going to in the note write that there are 3 chain devils and a mithril golem watching over Bonnie. Do I know it's Bonnie?
It looks like an elf, young elf lady, who matches a description that was given to you by Tasha.
Okay. Like
These colored lines shows where the paintings are.
Quick question. Do we hear any talking at all, or no? Is it
You
just
can
completely silent?
occasionally faintly hear her screaming, but you don't otherwise hear the details.
Okay. I'm going to look at everyone and kind of be like,
Oh, wait, you have really good perception, right? Why don't you roll perception?
okay, you want me to roll it?
I want you to roll it.
Sounds good.
I'll probably try to attach it to one of the items that my friends usually grab and use and whatnot. The
Okay.
note I wrote, so they could
I got a
be
26.
safe.
Okay, so you actually hear some people grumbling in the room over here. Can you remind me, Cody, what languages you know?
Yeah, no problem. I don't know a lot, actually, to be honest. Let me find. I only know Common,
Paladin.
Draconic, Orc, and Druidic.
Okay, you hear
Yeah, I
people
don't know a
grumbling
ton.
over here in a language that you don't really understand, but it sounds like they're upset and grumpy and bored over here.
Okay, sounds good.
It was not the same voices from the mouth.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna let everyone know that, and I'm going to take this time to shapeshift into a creature that does not breathe. I'm gonna Earth Elemental myself.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
If, by any chance, do you fit into pockets?
How big pocket?
What is the biggest pocket that we have? That is the question.
Kiff wouldn't be able to breathe in
Yeah, Kiff
pockets.
Well,
tried
I'm just saying
before.
if we can put a message into the pocket where Marvis can read it, he just reaches in and pulls out Kiff. Instant teleportation.
We can't put a living creature into the
Yeah.
purse of many pockets. It will die.
Ah.
I haven't researched that, but probably you're right. But we can check.
I'm pretty sure we looked that up. I'm pretty sure at some point.
Well,
I know
I feel like
the
it's
bag
come
of
up before,
holding.
yeah.
Yeah, the bag of holding is the problem. I don't know about the purse of many pockets, but I think it's the same thing where it's a pocket dimension which does not have any air.
Well, all he has to do is hold his breath for like a couple seconds until.
Yeah,
Marvis
but how would
comes
I
along again.
know that Kiff is in there? That's the thing.
He has to hold his breath until someone pulls him out. Is the
You
problem?
time it.
Yeah.
How would we be able to time it if Marvis can't see or hear us?
We did not telepathically bond before splitting up.
Yeah, and that's why I wrote the note, and I'm hoping one of you guys could just reach in for an item that you usually use.
I mean, I reached in for my ring.
Oh.
I don't know if you stuck the message in before or after.
I probably would have done it as fast as I could before you guys grabbed all your usual items. So I don't know how fast you guys grabbed your shit, because you guys did drop a lot of shit in there. So it probably would have been on one of your items, Maggie, because you did drop a lot.
Okay. Well, that then maybe it was on my ring, which I took out. So I should look at the note.
You took off the intelligence ring? Wow. Okay.
But now I have it back.
We were told to take off our
I
items.
did
Yeah.
what I was told. I
And
took
put a
off
little
my
here.
magical
Oh,
items.
I'm also gonna start reaching into the bag and pulling out the items that I put in.
Mm-hmm.
If I see Maggie taking out her ring, I'm gonna be like, "Give me." And by that I mean reaching into my little pocket.
No, you'll see I wrote there are 3 chain devils torturing elf who look like Bonnie, and
Mhm.
golem made of mithril
Well,
guarding
shit.
door.
Well, shit.
You guys are wheezing, and you feel like you might faint if you spend too much more time in this room.
Let's solve that problem first.
Yep. Shall we look under the paintings
I'm gonna move the
Yeah.
bed also. If you're
to
looking at the
block
paintings. I want to see what the hissing sound is.
Okay. Underneath the bed, there's a little, some sort of funny little grate, and you can feel that air is rushing out through this grate.
Fontiev is gonna take off the little makeshift mask he made earlier, and he's gonna jam the hell out of the grate to keep it from pumping air in.
Out.
From pumping
Out.
whatever. Yeah.
Sucking
Yeah,
her
it's
out.
leaving.
Yeah.
So wait, what are you jamming? I'm not totally clear on this.
So I remember I had made a makeshift mask that I was wearing earlier when I was shooting the thing. So I'm
What
taking
was
that
it
off of my
How
off
about
my
we
face
just
right now.
flip the
What was
bed
it made
and
of?
that's
Or
the-
just, well, yeah, we need something, I
Like
think, a
burlap.
little more Oh, okay. Why don't we just use the bed?
burlap probably won't seal it.
Just
Um,
smash just like turn the bed over, put the mattress on top of it. Of the grate.
Who was saying something about the paintings?
Maggie.
Me.
Okay,
But
so
I'm
you're
letting Dromik do
Okay.
this first because
Because
hey,
it's an immediate problem.
because also we've been talking out of character, but like
Earthnick, can you
time
like
has
pull some mud off of your person and jam the grate?
What? No.
You're an earth elemental.
I'm gonna
talking
just
Queen Mate?
look at my body and look at Fontiev disgusted and angry.
Ignore him. Just like
It's a
smash
smart
a chair,
idea,
stuff
okay?
it in, and cover with the mattress or something. You're smart.
I am going to snap the bed. And like I do want to try to pull. First of all, I want to just try to pull the mattress off and set it up against the grate first.
Everybody, it'll be clear to everyone that if you're going to seal it from the air going out, it's going to have to be an airtight seal.
Right, I understand that, but I want to at least slow down the air coming out
Yeah.
because if I press this mattress against it, it might even slow it slightly.
Okay, I guess it's slightly slowed.
Yeah. I'm just using the mattress portion. The it'll still go through, but I'm gonna look back and
I checked behind the other beds as well.
Well,
the grate
actually,
is
wait, hang on. It's gotta be an airtight seal, right?
correct.
Earth Elemental, put your foot against the grate for right now.
I'm going to look again at Fontiev. How big is the grate?
It's like 6 inches by 12 inches.
Literally put your foot on it and just
Let
hold
me look
it there and seal it
How
for a while.
big is your foot?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like I don't know if that's
Jagged stone, dirt and stone, metal gems, and minerals. So it's probably not going to be airtight.
Yeah, I still want to keep the mattress there, but I am putting pressure on it. I'm actively pushing against this thing to keep it as airtight as possible. I want to look over and like make a little gesture, like a sparkly fingers.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
What magic do you have?
Is Marvis doing anything?
This door right here, does it look like it opens towards the Mithril Golem or towards me?
It looks like it's you can see through a little crack of light in between the parts of the door. It looks like it would just slide apart in both directions. But there's no visible way to open it. You could just try to shove your hands in and just yank it open if you wanted to, but that would probably make a lot of noise.
I'll probably just go up. Go up against this wall and kind of knock on the door a little bit, see if the golem reacts.
Knock on the door.
Yep.
You hear a footstep. You hear the devils say, "What?" They speak in their own language, and then one of them comes over. You hear one foot stepping over to you, and there's a lot of rattling chains that come over to you as well. It's slowly but steadily.
Okay.
And then you hear some sort of button or lever being pushed, and the door
I'm
opens.
tucking myself in this corner, so
Are you trying to hide?
yeah.
Are you trying to act like you're deactivated or something?
Yeah, we could say that. I'm just
Let's
trying
call
not
it
to
sentry
be
mode.
100% visible. If you just look through the doorway, if you can walk in, you'll most likely see me, but I'm not trying to be the first thing you see in the room.
Okay, so this guy he's going to send some chains, and they're going to kind of like sift through things, push things left and right. It takes a few minutes for that to happen. While those people are searching the room, and he steps in, and then he sees Marvis, and he says, "What is your function?" In the common language.
Comedy.
Whoop an ass.
Kind of. My function is to destroy.
He says, "Who do you serve?"
SpongeBob.
Dinkle Dinkleberg.
He says, it's not
Oh,
appropriate
his
for
name is Devlin Dinklage.
Thank
Sorry.
you, Devlin Dinklage.
Dinkless, not
It's
Dinklage.
no,
like
it's
it is.
Dinkle. It's Dinkles Doodles. Listen,
Dinkleberg.
that is the
Doodles
closest
Dinkleberg.
I have ever gotten to his real name. So let's be proud of that.
To be fair, I actually thought it was Delvin Dinklage, so you know.
It's
Same.
Dinkless.
Okay,
Dinkless.
But
I'm going to say Devlin Dinkless.
Devil's Doodles. Dandy Dinkles.
He says, "Gilda, we need Malachar to reprogram this thing. He belongs to someone else apparently." And Gilda says, "Just tell him to stand there until Malachar's busy today." He says, "Okay, go stand next to the other golem."
Okay.
Okay, so he's gonna close the door. He says, "Okay, now back to some real good torture," and he's gonna go back and continue torturing this elf here. Okay, what are people in the room doing?
Yeah.
How
So
big are the books?
The books are quite big. You guys are probably
You
gonna have
can-
to make Constitution saves against falling unconscious pretty soon.
So, but also like while Dromik was trying to stuff this thing, we would have been doing stuff. It's just that we're jumping back
Right.
and forth between rooms. So I just want to put that out there.
It's out there.
We would have had time to do
Okay,
stuff
so you're
before.
looking behind the paintings, right?
I was, but I wanted to give Kiff a second to.
I
He has
think
to put the
Maggie
book.
is
I don't know if he's
waiting
doing
for the
anything else. Yeah.
paintings until the asphyxiation problem has been covered.
Well, no,
Okay,
I like
Oh,
I would be
no, okay.
looking at the paintings while you're stuffing it, but I want to give other people in
That's
the
fair.
room a
That's fair.
chance to do
I
things
mean,
at that time as well.
That's fair.
I mean, I want to look underneath like the table and the other beds to see if there's anything there. Like if there's a trap door, because there's got to be another door into this place.
so Fontiev looks under this table and he sees a very, 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 very tiny little magic mouth. Very tiny. I hand draw
Magic
it.
mouth.
Yes, similar to the other one.
Like the thing we were speaking to before.
Yeah,
Very
like the little mouth.
corner behind this table there.
Hmm.
It's right next to the floor. And behind the paintings, Maggie sees there's some numbers written on the back of the paintings, which I will write out for her.
Okay, so Fontiev is gonna kind of just like flip the table and put it face down on top of the magic mouth and eye, so this way it can't see.
Okay.
And then he's gonna go back over to Kiff, Maggie, and Earthmik, and kind of give them a heads up about the magic mouth and stuff that's under the table he just flipped over there.
Is it doing something?
It's not doing anything, but I have it covered right now.
Interesting.
Fontiev is also going to kind of turn over like the beds and stuff over here, see what's underneath there.
Someone just says help and something about a devil. And you don't find anything else.
Somebody says help something about a devil while I was flipping a bed.
It's like a scratched message on the wall. It just says help devil. And apparently whoever was writing it wrote ...
Oh.
as they died.
There's like a little scratch mark or something. Yeah.
This goes, it's almost as if the writer was dying while he wrote it.
Indeed.
You feel
Okay,
like you have about 5 minutes left to do something.
Okay, so there's nothing in there. There's nothing
Wait.
underneath this main table in the room.
Underneath the main table?
Yeah.
Mm, you know what? Let's see.
Because there has to be an additional way for them to get into this room somewhere.
There's nothing under that table now.
There's nothing on the ceilings or the walls besides the paintings and the scrabbles.
There's some like magic continual flame sconces dangling from the ceiling. I'll pause the time now for your benefit.
Okay, Maggie, while I'm doing this, what are you doing?
So I looked at the under the paintings. These numbers, are they on the walls or are they on the back of the
They're
pictures?
written on the back of the pictures.
Okay, is there anything on the wall?
There's nothing on the wall except some what looks like scratches and some people whacking at the wall with axes and not making it through.
Okay. Are there any like so it's just scratches, no buttons or anything?
Oh, no buttons.
Hmm. So the mountain one all the way on the left has 21 on the back. This
Yep.
tree thing has 43 on the back. The silver bridge has 98.
Yep.
And the yawning portal inn has 31.
Exactly.
Okay. Trying to think real
So
quick.
we
Go ahead, go ahead.
we pushed the mattress up against the grate.
Yeah.
Kiff can possibly do stuff. Doesn't mean we've all used a vacuum before. Things will clog up a vacuum.
Right,
if you're
that's why I
sending them
pushed the
in the hose.
pushed the thing as close as possible. I was hoping that would be the case, but I don't think
Yeah.
it is.
Kiff would go over to Earthmik and pull out his bow because Marvis was generous enough to put our stuff back into the
Okay.
pump. Not that it matters anyway because Kiff has this innately. But Kiff would tell Earthmik, punch it a little bit, meaning like kind of start to push a portion of the mattress.
Yeah, like wedge it into the thing.
Yeah.
That's fine. I can do that.
And then once it's, relatively wedged, like starting, Kiff would
So,
unload.
is Earthmik violently punching the wall?
No, I'm trying to push. No, I'm trying to push the mattress into the hole. Technically, it wouldn't be violently punching anything. I'm trying to basically lay myself onto like, say it this way, like you're trying to shove something into the hole. My arm is where the like the mattress is bowing into the hole.
Just to be clear, it's
Yeah.
not a hole, it's a grate. So the holes in the grate are about like pen-sized holes in the grate.
Right, but currently I'm trying. Do you want me to snap the grate? Because that's possible.
If I mean, either you or I can do it through wildly different means, but sure.
What are you trying to do?
I was gonna use a couple of my nice
Things.
magic arrows to wedge it in there, real
I
good.
think that we need something harder than magic arrows.
My pushing arrows, I can push a medium.
So,
I'm a
Here-
siege monster.
So here's a quick question right now, and
Mm.
Kiff, feel free to say absolutely no to this. But the grate's got to go to somewhere, and if it's pulling air out, that means there's a vacuum in there, and which means there's a way out on the other side of there. So theoretically, if you were to get into that grate and destroy said vacuum, A, we stop the air from coming out. Two, we create an exit.
I'd be willing to do that.
I really don't want you to be vacuumed into there because what happens if at the end it's just a magic thing? What if you can't hold on? It is a vacuum. If it's sucking in, whatever. I can't talk, so never mind. I'm just standing there. I'm gonna push
just
the
putting
thing.
out
just
ideas right now.
gesticulates angrily. That's like, no, bad idea.
Yep.
I'm
And then-
literally just putting out ideas
Oh,
right now.
I know you are.
Rocks.
Okay.
River and
Mm-mm.
I mean,
frustration.
if you can rip off the
Oh!
grate, I
Right,
would
Maggie,
still
quick
try to
question.
put the mattress.
Mhm.
You have your monocle of true sight again, don't you?
Technically, yes.
Could you true sight us up a possible magical exit that might be hidden?
I'm not worried about the
I
exit. I'm
will
worried
try-
about.
I will activate it. I'll put it on, and then I will activate it. It's active for 10 minutes. Do
All
I
right.
see anything I missed
So
before?
as you're coughing and wheezing for breath, you see there's very obviously a door hidden with illusion magic over here, and there's a door hidden with
Oh,
magic over here. Who
I-
would
I-
hide something with magic? That's such a crazy idea, right?
yeah, I'm glad I had that thought.
I mean,
Earthquake
yes, but
smash.
And I didn't feel this when I ran my hands over the wall. Or is it completely flat? I'll touch it again.
It's like one of those substantial illusions, like a Mirage Arcane, but it's there. It's like a touchy-feely illusion, you know what I mean?
Earth mix smash.
does that mean she just couldn't feel it previously when she ran her hands over it, basically?
The illusion makes the wall
Oh, okay. I was sorry. I was very confused on
seem
that.
there is a door there.
That was a confusing description. I'm still standing here trying to slow down stuff. If people want me to move, I'll move. But I'm waiting for
I think
Maggie's.
you might want to just smash those doors in now that we know they're there.
I don't
I
want to
need
move
to
until
work.
people say so because you are going to die. Like, you're going to asphyxiate the second I move.
mean, I'm gonna. I can go up and push against the door for like the mattress for right now. If we want to swap places, me and Kiff can do that while you smash through a door.
Is there? Were you going to say something, Maggie? I just didn't want to talk over you, but I'm happy to do that if you guys want me
No,
to.
I don't have anything off the top of my head. I mean, I will point out there's a door here and then go over, be like, there's a door here, just so you know. Um,
You hear a tiny voice when you go over here and point at the door and say there's a door here. And
Which
what does
one?
it
Which
say?
one?
what it says, but you can,
It what?
it's hard to hear exactly what it's saying, but you can see the little magic mouth near the floor saying something.
Can you speak up, please? Little magic mouth.
It says very faintly, "My favorite place."
Okay. And I'll look at this door now that I can see it. Are there any markings, indicators, anything?
Nope.
I'm just gonna do what I was gonna do way earlier. I'm gonna just bend the grate with my hands. Is there any way for me to just bend the grate? Is that physically possible?
Well, so you're trying to like rip it off the wall. Is that right?
I mean, at this point, the grate is preventing us from actually fully jamming it. So yeah, I'm gonna pull the grate off the wall and try to stuff the bed in there.
Gonna suck in a breath and hold it before this happens.
Yep.
Okay. It makes kind
Yep.
of a loud creaking sound when you're like violently ripping it off the wall.
Well, don't care. Can I stuff the bed in there again? I know it's not
so
airtight,
it
but
starts creaking loudly. So the magic guy, the big magic guy, appears in the wall and says, "No, don't do that. Don't be violent. Just if you're feeling tired, just have a nice rest." I think you really think you should stop that right now. We don't have to call Pingus.
I'm going to look back at her and then continue to do exactly what I'm doing because fuck you. I don't need to breathe.
Pingus, we need you in here. And you hear
Going-
someone go, "Rrr."
I'm gonna talk to the little mouth and say, "What's your favorite place?"
It says, "My favorite place."
Indeed. Is there a keypad next to this door? Is there anything to input a number or anything? Or
You guys
are
hear a
both talking?
bump coming from behind this wall.
Okay, I'm gonna prep an action immediately when I hear that. You guys are probably gonna hate me for doing this, but it might be necessary.
What's the action that you're prepping?
Oh, the second that thing comes to the door, yeah, I'm gonna shoot a goddamn storm arrow at it.
Okay. It seems like it's about to open the door. Is there anything anyone else wants to do?
I
Crib will
would.
take get little Timmy ready.
Let's see.
I should have
I
just
will
punched through a
say
wall 10 minutes ago.
the
Yeah, that's what I kept saying to
moonlight-
do.
No,
Okay,
you told me to punch through a door.
Is the Moonlight Bridge your favorite place? Number 98.
The
Is
door
that
opens.
your favorite place?
Hey,
I'll
look at that.
Um,
When she opens the door, can they breathe better?
yes, they can.
Okay, as soon as they can breathe, I stop.
So that door opens. It goes like down a flight of stairs. There's another door. This other door opens.
I'm gonna stop as soon as that door opens and I hear a swooshing, and then just kind of leave it alone. Go back to doing whatever I'm doing, but I don't want to move until you're finished.
Okay. So what you see over here is a very large devil
Pit fiend? Oh god.
and a little kind of dragony looking devil here. And okay, so he says in a loud voice, he says, "You will cease resisting and you will take a nap as I have been ordered." And he begins walking along with his little friend towards Earthmich, not really paying any attention to Kiff.
Okay, well,
am
I would have
legally
shot the storm arrow at
I
this
am
point, I
legally
guess.
obligated to demand that you cease resisting the master's plans.
Well, I stopped as soon as the door opened.
You stopped resisting?
No, I
Yeah.
stopped pulling the thing off as
He-
soon.
he
Yeah, I
said
said that like 3
that,
times.
or she said that, like, yeah.
Yeah, like literally 3 times. I'm gonna stop as soon as the door opens.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the only reason why I was doing it is because the door was opening.
Okay. So the air is continuing to rush out of the room.
Oh,
And
no, that's I was asking, did the air stop rushing out of the room? And you said yes, and I said, okay, I stopped then.
Yeah, multiple people.
Yeah,
asked
I
if
asked
it's
that like,
breathing.
Okay,
yeah.
sure. Okay, sure. So the air stops rushing out of the room. So these guys are gonna go walk towards where Fontiev is. And say, contestants are not permitted to open that door. They're just gonna walk over in this direction.
We didn't open the door, no, did we? You guys opened it.
Contestants are not permitted. I am legally obliged to tell you, contestants are not.
No, and I'm telling you specifically, we, the contestants, did not open that door. The system did. Therefore, you are illegally obligated to not mess with us for a function of the room that acted upon its own accord. Therefore, ergo, you must leave this room and let's go back to our contestant work. We are within the legal confines of the rules that were established with which we were given when we entered this room.
Okay, these two begin to talk to each other in Infernal.
Which I can understand. So what are they saying?
The large one is saying this could be my ticket out of here. The little one is saying no, but look at how many spells they have. We could learn their spells. He said, I don't care about fucking spells. I don't want to serve these stupid undead people who never die, so I can never get their fucking souls.
Charles, real quick,
Yeah,
as I'm in here, did this mithril golem look like it was active or just?
it seems active. It's just kind of staying there. It looks around occasionally. Hey, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna like kind of whisper to it if it still wants to continue to serve these fiendish things.
So roll either stealth or a social skill to see if the other guys hear you, because it's a pretty small room over there.
Still, crap. I
So
have
these
disadvantage.
two devils are arguing a little bit right now, or just talking.
Yep.
Let them argue.
Okay. Are they still going over the same argument of
13.
Okay, they don't hear you. So you're saying, do you want to serve the Phoenix thing? The
Yeah.
mythical golem says, "I am created to serve." What was your condition, Maggie?
Okay, go.
Why don't you ask it to serve you?
well,
Sh-
let's
let-
do one at a time.
Yeah.
So Marvis, you can go.
I
you're
was.
good.
Do you want to serve me?
He says, "I was not created by you.
Who were you created by?
I was created by Malakar."
Or is Malakar friends with these fiends?
Malakar will reprogram you.
Can we go see Malakar right now?
He says, "Yes, that is a good idea."
All right.
So he says in a loud voice, "We will go see Malakar. We will be reprogrammed." And the devils look over and they're like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." And he begins to walk.
I'll
Are you gonna
follow.
go with
I'll follow.
him? Okay. So there's like, I gotta draw this over. Yeah, there's like a door. There's like
Would we have seen Marvis? Because the door is open?
no, because he's in the basement hallway.
Oh, so
These
this
monks
These
is
are
plane, okay.
stairs.
Floor
Fine.
below.
okay. He is the floor beneath us. I was very confused because it's
Throw him
all on
down
the same
and
plane.
shoot.
Right. I understand that. I just didn't understand what was where. Because we can kind of hear this, but I wasn't sure if this was on our level or in the basement. I don't know. There could have been stairs. I'm confused.
Anyway, you go to a big room. There's a lot of stuff in that room. I guess I can describe it now. There's a lot of stuff in there. Most obviously, you do see Malakar and Zira. Malakar and Zira look like this. They're tiny little floating skulls
They are actually that small.
with gems for eyes.
And they're
And
liches.
There's tons of corpses in this room. There's what look like huge lightning coils in the room. there's lots of stuff in this room. There's lightning coils and glass cylinders. There's a huge, sort of like, for lack of a better word, console over here. Lots of buttons and levers on it. There's all kinds of expensive looking books and loot, which I will load as soon as I can find it. And they are talking to each other. And when he sees the two golems, he says, a new golem, what a curious design. And he's going to fly over, and he's going to begin casting some spells upon, or intending to cast some spells upon Marvis.
Okay. Yeah, you could switch back to the party.
Okay.
So these two fiends, sorry, a pit fiend and
They
the
blew Abishai.
other one,
Yeah,
Blue
Abishai.
Abishai, are arguing over whether they're going to serve these dead folks. Yeah.
They're not, well, so Pingus seems to be saying he doesn't want to, but he has to because of his contract. And Abby is saying our contract is a good thing because they get to learn and meet so many people. And learn so many new spells.
So,
And
I-
Pingus shakes his head. He says, "Contest the door to the basement."
I'm
may not
sorry,
be
I
open
don't
or-"
mean to pry too much, but I heard you were talking about a contract. You seem to be in the middle. We don't want to disrupt this little conversation you're having, but I do
He takes
happen to
a deep breath.
love
He avoids eye
contract.
contact. He interrupts you. He says, "Contestants are not permitted to discuss the contracts of any devils in employment in this facility."
Kiff would like to do a thing
Indeed.
at
Fonte would like to ask him, theoretically, hypothetically, if we weren't contestants and we were discussing this outside of the facility, what would be the terms of your contract, hypothetically speaking, like assuming that we weren't in this like facility at all?
Takes a deep breath.
I mean, maybe feel free to hypothetically describe the situation to us, in which hypothetically we, say 1,000 miles away from here talking, would be able to help you get out of your contracts and possibly get rid of you know who.
He takes a deep breath. The blue, I mean, looks around and she says, "This isn't good." And he says, "Hypothetically, a contract requires me to serve," which is, excuse me, not me. He says, "A contract may require a devil to serve in service to a wizard, an elven wizard, for as long as that elf shall so live, and to do whatsoever he says. In payment, the devil shall receive his soul to the devil's possession or the devil's master's possession upon the ending of his life."
And hypothetically
Hypothetically,
speaking, because I know elves live for so long, how might this person, how might their life end?
He says,
Hypothetically.
"Well, it has been said that elves may live as long as they wish to experience life." And at this point, he looks at the little blue devil, who looks a little annoyed, and she walks over and she's going to just shut this door.
and Fontiev just
Does
like
the
puts his hand out for a
contract
second,
specify that you must play nice with other uh
and
others bound to the same?
hypothetically, if
Can Maggie finish her
yeah,
sentence?
sorry,
Go ahead.
sorry, my audio was lagging on my end.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. Hypothetically, does that mean that a fiend or devil in the service of this elf with a very long life would have to play nice with other fiends or devils in service to this master?
The devil must obey his contract. The devil is a creature of his word. If he has word, he is nothing but a demon who is worthless.
Yes,
And
that's why I asked
Here, and she waits for
hypothetic.
one, and the little face on the floor disappears, and she glares towards Fontiev.
While all this is happening, could Kiff do a thing?
Fontiev wanted to ask before he closed the door, and hypothetically, if said elf were around and were to meet his end somewhere, hypothetically, where would that be?
He chuckles. He says, "Hypothetical elves could be anywhere."
I mean, hypothetically, like where specifically within, say, like a building similar in layout and shape to this one, where might they be, like specifically,
He said,
hypothetically?
elves often work in basement laboratories, and at this point, Abby looks very quite angry. She's just, Mingus, I'll kill him.
Okay, I really
And
wanted.
Mingus shakes his head and
Sorry, I have
Yeah,
to interject
because
because
we've
I
just been
really
talking to them,
wanted to
so
do
Yeah.
something
Like
while the
a while
conversation was
ago.
happening before the pit fiend started walking back.
And he also spoke up like a while ago, and a bunch of people talked over him.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
sure.
I would like to do that thing before Pingus turns around.
Okay,
I
well,
I would like to don my cloak again and go into this room that Pingus emerged from and take a look around.
okay. Okay. Let me just double check. He looks at you and he says, "Contestants are not permitted in the Devil's Break Room."
Well, that's why I said while that conversation was happening, because I saw it as a
Oh,
moment.
right. Well, while they
a
were
diversion, and it was a
Yeah.
long
Yeah,
conversation
this
that we
is
were having.
this is the trouble with going back and forth
okay,
because things happen at the same time.
yeah,
Yeah,
roll
you
stealth.
did also yell. Yeah, you did say something like a while ago.
My mistake. Roll stealth.
That's okay.
Stealth, not wrong. Advantage because of invisibility, correct?
Sure, yeah.
Let's see here. 19 plus a 10, that's a 29.
Wow. All right. That's great.
Yeah, that the one level in Bard when I got those extra proficiencies, guess what I took?
Yeah. Okay, so there is a shelf with 5 potions on it by the table. There is a very long contract tacked to the wall. And there's another door which does not seem to be locked and has a little button next to it that seems like it would open it.
Okay.
There's also a table that if you wanted to hide under, you could probably do that.
Kiff would like to take the contract that's tacked to the wall off the wall.
Okay. It's definitely going to take you a while to read all of it, but you can certainly take it.
Yeah. For the time being, I just wanted to take it. So
Okay. So at that point, all the other conversations happen. I'm not sure if Earthmik wanted to do something too.
No, Earthmix just chilling, listening.
Okay. So at this point, this guy starts to go back over to the break room, and with this one coming over.
And
I do want to quickly ask. Sorry, Fontiev, do you mind? I
Sure,
just
go
want to.
ahead.
I want to quickly ask. Do I still hear the air hissing out of here, or has it like
It's-
stopped because the doors are open? I'm just confused as to how this works.
Okay. So basically, you I mean, you could try to investigate to figure out how it works.
Right, but I'm listening specifically for the air hissing noise. I'm pretty
The air is still
freaking
hissing. The
okay.
air is- yeah, especially once this door was closed by the other devils.
Okay, thank you.
well, hypothetically, they just violated their own contract because that door opened by the accord of the game that we were playing automatically. So therefore, they violated their own contract. So therefore, everything should be null and void with them right now because they screwed things up because they were not meant to interfere with the game itself. The game opened up that door. They interfered with the game.
Are you saying that in character?
Yeah, I mean, technically, you interfered with the game
Pardon me.
because the game itself opened that door for us after we solved the riddle. So therefore, you intentionally violated the rules of the game of your own accord.
The game is. I think his turns. He takes a deep breath. The game is in those books. The game does not involve any other things in the room.
I don't believe so. It never specifically said we had to use those books, and only those books.
This I was. She starts hopping on, and she says, "That's not the spirit of the game. You're supposed to solve the riddles."
No,
Always
specifically
riddles?
hypothetically thinking here, aren't devils supposed to look at every conceivable detail of a contract In which case, the contract, the game, let's call it a contract for this room, never said specifically said that we had to only use the books. Couldn't say that we could use any other portion of the game that might be available in the room.
Okay, so let's
Yes.
take a moment
If
to
the
go.
clues were here, then it can be interpreted as a puzzle,
Yes, that is
which
part
we
of
were
that is
told to
part of
solve.
said game.
You guys are making great points, but let's see if Marvis wants to do anything over where he is. Marvis, so this guy he's going to start by casting some spells on you. Do you want to resist it? Do you want to say something or do something?
Me.
Yeah.
I'm going to pretend to power down,
Okay.
and I am going to go into a frenzy rage, and then I am going to jump and attack this control panel.
Holy shit. Okay.
Go, Marvis, go.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So that's I'm going to say they're surprised by that because you were being very cooperative at first.
Yep.
So you can certainly just attack the control panel. You can certainly do that.
Okay.
There is also another door.
Hi ho, Marvis.
We're I'm gonna steal this dice over here.
Okay.
All right, that's 28 to hit.
Yes, you have destroyed the controls, and you you hear the sound of Lord cackling. He says, "Yes, yes, destroy this thing."
Okay. Uh,
At that point, Earthmech stops hearing the sucking noise and
Hey,
don't have
nice.
any further trouble breathing anything.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I forgot this as well. I have 60 feet of tremor sense. So I being near this wall, I probably should have seen what was in the next room at any point. But like that's fine. It's not a big deal. Just like so we know from now on, I can see through the walls. I think. Depends on also what
Like
the wall
every
material is.
if something is touching the same earth and moving, you can feel it. That's how it's supposed to
Right,
work. I don't
right, yeah.
Within 60 feet.
Within 60 feet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
These
so
guys
anything on my
do not touch things, but yeah.
right, no, I not those guys, but like I probably should have known this was in the next room if he was walking around at all. But it's not a big deal. It's just hindsight's 20/20, no big deal, but like from now on I should
Sure.
probably be aware of that. And
Okay.
also I'm letting you know so you can help me be aware of it.
So the last thing Kip did was he took the contract off the wall. Fontiev and Maggie were arguing with these devils, right? Or
We are debating legal terms,
Yeah,
right?
and it was the rules
Yeah.
of the game that they themselves just violated because the game itself opened the door for us. Therefore, they
never said-
violated the
Go on.
Yeah, therefore they violated the actual rules of the game. Therefore, the parameters of this game are now null and void, and everything must now reverts, and we are free to go because the game has been messed with in a capacity that was outside the parameters of the game by an outside party, ergo the devil. Therefore,
And
they have violated it.
Sorry, I thought you were done.
Go ahead.
And in addition, it just said we were supposed to solve puzzles, but not which ones. There were plenty of clues that led us to talk to this door, so we followed the clues, we solved the puzzle, the door opened, and as my compatriot over here said, this devil's the one who violated it by nullifying all that.
Okay, so since Marvis began violence, let's roll initiative. He spectacularly smashed the controls and all of the functions controlling
Well,
like a machine are
Do
destroyed.
the doors
So,
open?
remember-
Question mark?
yeah. And remember, in the confines of the rules of this game, Marvis is not currently a player as a part of this game. That we
I roll
in this
good.
room are in here.
He was
So
an
therefore, we
object
cannot
to
be.
ruin the
we're
would
not
not be
really
responsible for
associate.
that.
We handed him over.
Right, we threw
were
him
not
in the
associated
magical
with
item
this.
trash.
Yeah, we
No.
relinquished him.
I
But
feel so bad.
he's
Why are they attacking us?
Yeah.
He's just laughing in a big belly laugh.
The
Yeah.
pit fiend is.
He says you have to roll initiative. He says it's legally
Yeah.
required.
I rolled a good. Hold on.
Dirty 20 for Kiff.
Ooh, nice.
it's an action to start a fight that's So why do I roll shit on initiative?
Of course you do. I rolled a
Insurance.
17.
Yeah,
I
you
rolled
How
a
should.
much
9
dice
and a
did we
3.
roll?
You
I
literally have
rolled
advantage and you
And I
roll
rolled
so
a 9 and a
bad.
3.
I
How does
rolled
this
dirty
20.
happen? Nice.
17.
Hey, you and
I
me
got it.
both.
A.
I got 10.
We got 2 dirty 20s, 2 17s, and a 10.
God, I
Yeah.
hate.
Dice
So I
are
had
fickle
19,
and
but I
petty.
didn't put my cloak back on, so.
I agree with that, Zess.
Hey, Char.
Whoa.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi,
Yeah,
everybody.
I got your
We're
message. I'm
here.
gonna do that.
Yeah.
Okay, it has to be done tonight. And to do it
Yep, got it.
yesterday was full.
Okay, so 10 was Marvis.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are
Hi.
you? Special appearance on stream by our
Maggie?
DM's. Our
Yeah,
DM's
yeah,
wife.
right.
The
See you
easiest
all.
way to get a hold of the
Yeah.
husband.
Was that Maggie for 17?
I believe Maggie and Dromik.
Yeah, we both got 17. I think Kiff and Fontiev got a dirty 20, correct?
Yep.
That's correct.
By the way, remind me if I'm wrong about this. Aren't these the doors from Lancer?
These are technically from Space Hulk.
They're from no,
yeah,
they're not.
They're 40k doors.
They're
I have the
40.
same
Oh, do
pack.
you have the same pack? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel
So
like I
yes.
remember seeing these.
Okay, so let me just start putting these enemies here. Okay, whoops. So obviously Malakar and Zira are not happy that their control panel got smashed.
I'm going to turn around and look at them. I was like, was I not supposed to do that? You were doing something. I blacked out. And all of a sudden I'm over here. You sure you know how to use magic?
Okay, so they say, "How dare you?" He says, "Zira, how could you allow this fool into our sanctum?" And it's Kif's turn. So Kif, this door seems closed. This door seems open, and you are not noticed right now. What would you like to do?
I would like to.
You heard some kind of big explosion smash sound from behind that door and down the stairs.
Yeah, I see the big shiny button on the wall. I'm gonna walk 15 feet, push the button.
Okay, it goes through, and the door opens. You can see some stairs curling
Now
down.
smash the control panel.
Kiff mumbles to himself, "Ooh, open, open," and then he'll walk. Let's see, he's got 35 more feet of movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he'll look at the sights before him and go, "Oh, Metal Man."
Malakar looks over, sees Kif. Does he see Kif? Can he use true sight? I actually don't know. Oh, he does. Okay. He looks over, sees Kif, and says, More of these idiots. They're not supposed to be down here. Zira, you complete fool. How could you allow this?"
Kiff will take the contract that he took off the wall and like show it and say, "This yours?"
Okay, this
Burn
is
it.
very
Burn
pissed
it.
off. He looks like he wants to attack you, but it's not his turn yet.
Real
Burn
quick,
it, Kiff.
Charles.
Yes.
These lightning coils, are they still going on after I destroyed the control panel, or are they off?
That's a good question. I think that they do still exist, but it's in glass, so you could probably pretty easily attack the glass.
Okay.
In glass cylinders.
Wait. Specifically, if Kif holds the contract, does that mean he commands the devils?
No.
No,
Okay.
it's the person who signed it.
Yeah.
Oh, so then Kif just has to destroy the contract.
Many have tried such things. Okay, so Kif asked the question: does Kif want to do anything violent or not?
No, he's just showing the contract off. And like, "Huh, is this yours? This you?"
Is Kiff still invisible while he's showing off the contract?
Nervous?
Yes, but they can see me.
These two guys.
No, but I can't, and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking to?
You just see a piece of paper floating in midair.
What the fuck?
Spoopy.
Oh, I forgot. There's also lair actions.
Of course there are.
Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna put a He's going to put a mysterious bubble around Kiff, which goes boing.
Should have done something violent, Giff.
Then Malkar's first turn, he's going to come over. What is the range on this thing? Okay. He's going to come over. He's going to come over. You know what? He's going to say, fuck it. Can he get both of them? He can get both of them. All right. He's going to stand exactly 25 feet away from Kiff and Marvis. He's going to start screaming with a ear-splitting, howling scream of pure hatred and evil. So Kiff and Marvis need to both make Constitution saves.
Okay.
Wouldn't his friend also need to make the Constitution save since he's also in the area?
That's a really good point.
Yeah, that's a 19 for Kiff, a 12 plus 7.
I got 18. 9 plus 9.
Okay, you guys are both frightened.
I can't be frightened. I'm raged.
Okay, and Kiff's frightened.
And what about the other one? Because he's within range.
Is it every creature or is it just targeted creatures?
I'm gonna say it's living creatures.
Oh, you're saying that he's not alive? He has no soul?
I'm gonna say it's. I feel like undead is. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing: if they like,
like we can argue the rules out of character, but I think it's better to do it in character.
if he has no soul, therefore the contract has no weight to it. Therefore, the devils are free to do what the fuck they want.
Okay. All right. So there's a pile of corpses over here. Forgot to mention. Okay. Yeah. So you guys. So it was a scary scream, but nothing seemed to happen, and he looks even more frustrated. Okay. Fontiev's turn.
Fontev's turn. Are these guys trying to be violent towards us?
Abby hears the screaming, and she says, "Oh shit!" And she turns to you guys. She says, "Do not move. We will repair the facility. Do not resist. Do not move. Do not discuss contracts. It's not appropriate for our business here."
And
Just the last thing is, I think, is just laughing based on what you and Maggie were telling him.
and then Fontiev just looks at Maggie, and he just like kind of gives her a stare, and it's just like, what if we hypothetically knew of a mage, a very annoying mage in a certain city that you guys would be more interested in? Did we lose Maggie?
Sounds a little interested, but hi, Yllaxis. I'm not interested.
Hello.
We got our paladin.
Oh, what good timing.
This is awesome.
Really?
We're arguing semantics with devils right now.
Oh, I love arguing semantics. It's my favorite thing to do.
You're here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so, and like Fontier's going to explain, like, yeah, hypothetically, if you were like hypothetically interested in the soul of a very, very naughty mage, what would you say to hypothetically leaving us to our own devices?
Abby says, "I would say no," and Pingus would say, "I am legally obligated to subdue any contestants who resist the terms of the game."
I am not resisting terms of the game.
Or interfere with the master's business.
We're not interfering.
Or interfering. There seems to be some shrieking going on. Maybe you should check that out. That seems to be interference, if anything.
I was also clearly instructed not to interfere with any shrieking in this place of business.
You were also instructed to not mess with said doors that opened over the course of the game.
No, interesting terms in your contract. Let's think about this.
Fontiev has said enough words for 6. Does Funny want to take any other actions aside from talking?
Is there anything else I can do? I don't feel like firing at these guys because that's just going to solve things. Yllaxis, you want to tag in and start arguing semantics with these guys?
I mean, I can argue semantics literally all day. I just don't know what the semantics are. I'm arguing.
So the contract of the game was
Yllaxis
that we
fell
had to solve
asleep
puzzles.
when we lost air.
Fell asleep on her horse.
Yeah,
Okay,
she's awake now.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick TLDR on this one. So we had to come into this room and we had to solve puzzles to get out. And we were solving puzzles and a door opened. And they came and said, "Oh, you're not allowed to do that because you have to solve the puzzles in this room." but we did solve a puzzle in this room, and we did not open that door physically ourselves. The puzzle that we solved opened that door.
That's his puzzles. The contestants is supposed to solve are in the book.
The puzzles were not defined. It just said specifically, ergo, puzzles in the room. It was never specific to those textbooks on the table. There in the center of the room, there are multiple
So
puzzles
wait.
within this room.
You're just saying they asked us to solve the puzzles in the room. We solved the puzzles in the room, and by doing that, the door opened.
Correct.
Well, that's
So therefore, they are in violation of their own contract by messing with the contestants when they were adhering to the rules of the game.
That's what we call the backdoor clause. Tisk tisk. That's awful.
She says, no, the game is the same thing as our contract. It's completely different.
No. The game is operating exactly as it's intended. You closed the door. You violated the terms of your contract.
Okay, so does Fontiev want to take any other actions aside from talking? If you don't, that's totally fine.
I feel like
am
that
not...
was a persuasion action.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean that was persuasion, I guess.
Okay, so roll something for that. Yeah. While Yllaxis gets situated.
Where is?
Do you want
There it is.
Yllaxis to roll initiative?
Sure, yeah. Although I like the commitment to a peaceful solution here.
Oh,
There's peaceful in
nice.
air quotes.
That is nice. Number 1, nat 20. Number 2, +8, 28.
Okay. Pingus laughs. He says, "I'm gonna go take a break," and he's on his turn. He's gonna go over and he's gonna just go grab a potion and just drink it. He says, I see no further duties for me in that."
Nice.
Yllaxis got an 18 on initiative. 17 plus.
Oh, hell yeah. You're right in front of me and Maggie.
Yllaxis can go now.
Nice.
What
now.
excellent
Yeah.
timing.
Yeah, that's a
And
great
remember,
timing.
the
right
Blue
before
Devil
us.
violated the terms of the terms of the game by interacting with the door and closing the door, which the game itself opened for the players.
You can repeat that. Like she hears you. She hears you. Abby hears you.
I think
No, I'm
I think
talking specifically
Rob
to
is saying to
Sean.
yeah, Sean.
Yeah.
By what you're saying, but she definitely heard what you're saying.
Right. And it just seems like following the rules of the contract, and something happened to violate it, even though every other rule was followed, by its action seems unfair to it. It's not part of being very lawful. After all, that is a devil's job, is it not? To keep law in the universe? It seems like something should be done about this, no?
From the other room, we have there's a tide of demons that we need to hold back.
But the entire basis of being a devil is to keep order and law in the universe. And yes, you fight with the demons because all they want is chaos. But ultimately, it's not the demons themselves, it's chaos that you do not like.
The big one nods. Abby says, "You're all wrong. I'll banish you."
Okay, yes. Please send us to the place that we're tome plane and where we can breathe and everything will be wonderful.
So does Yllaxis want to do any actions, or does she just want to keep talking?
I mean, I could talk forever. That was nothing else. I will hold the dodge action.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, like I mean the simple yeah, I'm gonna hold the dodge action as well, just in case.
Well, if you
on top of the
if you
fact, the simple
persuaded,
fact is, oh yeah, well yeah.
then
yeah,
you can't.
I rolled a 28
is
persuade.
it my turn or your turn, Maggie? Do you have a higher dex than me? I don't know.
My dex is +2.
Let's not forget Zira's turn.
I'm sorry about that. I don't know who's going between us, but yeah, mine is also +2. You want to go first, or you want me to? I don't care either way.
Fine either way. I can go first, I guess.
Sure, go for it. Once the other lich's turn is done.
Yeah.
Anyway, Zira's she looks a little embarrassed. I mean, as much as a floating skull can be embarrassed. And she says, "Sorry, love." And then she's gonna take a deep breath and make a big scream, just like her husband did. And she's gonna make Marvis and Kiff roll con saves again.
Again, shouldn't the both of them have to take those saves as well because they're screaming next to each other?
The DM is the
Depends
one.
on the condition
Awesome.
too.
That's a dirty 20.
Nice. On Kiff's part.
They could
Remember-
also be immune to it.
14.
Marvis unfortunately drops to 0 hit points from the sheer terror of the scream.
Kiff, you want to burn
Is
that
he
inspiration?
frightened?
He
can't be frightened.
because he's raging.
Not fear. It's not even magic. It just is what it is.
Fine, I'll use the bracelet of that I can use once a day of gives me that what's it called?
Legendary resistance.
Yeah.
All right, it doesn't work. They both look very pissed off. She says, "Oh dear, we're gonna have to use spells, won't we?" And her husband grunts. And now it's Maggie's turn.
Okay. So, Abby, you're not gonna let this go, it sounds like. You don't see the problem here.
She says she looks like she wants to say something, and then she hears Malachar saying, "Abby, get in here! Assistance is needed. Guard your masters." She said, "I have to go."
I'm gonna cast Banish on her.
Holy shit! All right.
DC 19.
Wow. And that's wisdom, right?
Charisma.
Charisma. Well, the charisma, that's good. Actually,
Well,
Is it?
Yeah, devils I think are good at charisma. I think it's bad.
They are good at it, unfortunately.
She rolled a 16 plus,
Devils are tricky.
and she says,
Okay.
and she spits in your general direction. She says, "I won't be banished." She says, "I have a purpose here."
Well, you already violated your purpose. You interfered with the game.
She looks really mad, and she says to Fontiev, "Oh, you fool! No, you don't.
Oh,
I'm not here
your
for this."
master's. Shh, Fontiev, let it go. Your master's calling you. You should follow your contract and do what he wants. Go.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go report this to Devil HR. I mean,
She did roll really
she
good.
violated her contract.
The Malachi's second turn. What is it? Hold on a second. All right, he is going to try to cast.
Quick question, Charles. Where are we on the initiative chain right now?
We're on Malachi's turn number 2.
No, I'm just trying to make sure I have enough time to go pee.
Yeah, you can go pee.
Okay.
We're well known for our slowness.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay, he's gonna just do the regular old soul suck action, which is also a con save. Sorry about these con saves.
Cliff's had his soul
good.
sucks
Oh boy.
many a time before.
Yeah, that is kind of true.
That's a 21 now. I rolled 12 and then 13 and now 14.
21. Wow, all right. And Marvis?
All right, 28.
You guys are great. You guys only take 6 damage each. That's crazy. All right. Abby's turn. Abby's turn. Yeah. Abby is gonna try to get over there, since these people are not interested in doing anything helpful. And she's really not all that fast. But she's gonna just jump up and fly. I don't know if anybody wants to opportunity attack her, but she's gonna fly right past Altier.
What do you guys think?
Very confused.
Call. Your call.
I mean, I feel like this is all, I missed the first part of this, but I think everything's kind of going to shit. I will take an opportunity attack. Yeah.
Yeah, I say do it.
I'm gonna roll an inspiration burn an inspiration on that though. That's worse. I'm gonna burn another inspiration on that.
I hate when that happens.
I know. That's gonna hit. That's over 20, 22.
Yep. Smite.
Yeah.
Yllaxis.
Rolled in. So I'm gonna throw in a first level smite on that too. And since it's a devil or a fiend, I got an extra D8 on that.
Yep.
So it's 4D8 plus 3D6. And I need all those spawned. Two D6. If I said 3, I apologize. 2, 3, 4. And there we go. $22 plus 2 plus 4 is that's 28 points of radiant and
Nice.
magical bludgeoning.
You just smack her in the back. She keeps fluttering over there. And she dashes over and flutters over near Kiff. Malakar says, "Where's Pingus? What is he doing?" And she says, "He's being lazy." And Malakar says, "Pingus, you will guard me. You will attack those who are attacking me." And Pingus sits up looking very annoyed at Ford.
Was that his exact words?
Is he still sitting and not doing anything, or what is he doing?
Sitting and having a drink. Yeah.
Sounds good.
I mean, it's
Okay. And I would like to I would like to reiterate that those were his exact words.
It's Dromik's turn.
Okie dokie. Alright, give me 1 second. Real quick question. The floor of this place, what the heck is it made of?
It's made of a green metal you have not seen before. It is not
Okay.
the type
Yeah,
of
I'm just wondering, yeah, if it's metal or stone. Okay, well then that's bad for me. The best I can do, is this door still open?
This door's open, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I
What's the wall made of?
Promise, they're all open. These are closed. The other ones are open.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna walk through, I don't know how many feet I can move actually, hold on. Move 30 feet, which is what, 6 squares.
Is the wall the same material?
Yep. Walls, floors, and ceiling are all this same material.
All I can do is dash, so I can move to the door,
Well, you
and
can
then...
join that club, because that's all she can do either.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to be next to her, but that's probably where I'm gonna be. I can't even go as far as her. I can get to maybe here, right? Because like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5, 6. I'm like here. I'm not even that far. I'm not even in the room physically. I only have 30 feet of movement. But I will say in Terran, I know he probably can't understand me, but I'm just gonna say in Terran, like, good for you taking a break. That's all I can do.
He grunts as he hears the command. Okay, so that was Dromik's turn. 0-2. Malakar is going to say, "There's another one, 0. Quick, cast a spell on it. We can't have more of these maniacs coming to our sanctum. We're wrecking our control panel." 0 is going to go ahead.
Well, the control panel is already wrecked.
It is very wrecked. She is going to try to cast Finger Death on her, which is also a plus concept.
Okay, that's not nearly as bad. Let's see if I roll poo-poo garbage. Oh! Oh my god, I almost rolled a 1, but it's a 16. We're fine. 21.
Alright, you only take 24 necrotic damage.
Good.
Okay, 0 is actually going to try to back.
Okay, stop pointing your fingers. That's not nice.
24,
Very
you said?
rude.
24, yeah.
Thank you.
And Marvis. It's finally Marvis' turn.
Okay. 20. I'm up against this guy. I am going to go all out and attack him 3 times because I can.
It's just a skull. It would shatter really nicely if you could actually destroy it.
That is 22 to hit.
Yes. It seems very good at dodging things, but it could not dodge you.
20 damage.
Ouch. Let me know if you get your special moves.
That is 26 to hit.
Yes. Wow. Is this reckless?
Nope. That's 13 damage. Last one is a natural 1, but I'm going to reckless on that one. Sorry, something just popped up on the screen. That
Cool.
is 19.
Much better.
That's 31.
Yeah, 31 to hit. Yeah.
Yeah. That's 15 damage. I'm gonna do shatter, and shatter is 2d8, 3d8.
Yep.
That's 21 damage.
Okay. Failed to save. Okay. So this thing looks actually severely damaged. The total was 52 taken, I believe. Am I counting everything? It was like 33 plus 19?
Yep.
Okay. He looks severely damaged. You've cracked his jaw. One of the gems falls out of his eye.
Since I use shatter, do any of does this thing break?
Oh, good point. Yeah, this thing shatters.
Okay.
So
Does lightning start shooting out?
yes, lightning starts shooting out. That's a great point. It does. Who is close enough for this to hit? It hits Abby, but Abby is blue, so she doesn't give a shit. It does also hit Malcolm.
Yep.
He cannot dodge it. And he takes another 12 lightning damage. This skull looks cracked all over. Looks like near shattering. And he looks very, very angry.
I'm gonna go, do you like my fun and games?
He looks so pissed off he can't even talk. It's Kiff's turn. Kiff still has the weird bubble around him.
If Kiff attempts to move,
Kiff can move.
Just remember this thing is shooting lightning.
yeah, I was just curious. Actually, I'm gonna 5 feet over. I will
This
think.
can happen within this area on the start of the turn.
I will take a shot at little round ball.
Okay.
Break him.
Marvis, if it comes down to it, could you take the hit from the first time?
Yep.
Stand by.
Is this a bursting arrow?
I can declare that after it hits.
Okay.
That's the joys of Arcane Archer.
Indeed.
That is it's a 22 to hit.
So it does hit. This blue bubble is actually anti-magic field, but I feel like since it's going out of that, it becomes magic again when it's out.
Yeah. It would become magic after it exits the bubble.
Yeah. So that's it. What's the damage?
That'll be 1 times 3d6, I believe. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 2d8 plus 2d6 is the death part though. The 1d10 was from the old heavy crossbow that's still with Mercy.
Yep.
Does he explode?
What was the total?
I think he's adding it up right now.
Yeah.
Is there like a minimum?
I think that'll be. Sorry, I'm doing that. 20 damage.
Yeah, he explodes. There's like a little pile of gems, and there's like a wonderfully satisfying crunch sound.
That other one pissed off.
Well,
Zero gasps.
Good.
As he explodes, I'm gonna look at the other one. I like these games. Do you?
You immediately hear the pit being say, "Yes, oh, this soul. I've been waiting centuries for this soul."
You're welcome. Those are our friends.
You're welcome.
That was his first attack. He's got 2 more. And he'll go try to hit 0 with both of them.
Okay.
Sadly, no advantage because Marvis is not next to 0, but and not as good. We got a wow, I can't add today. An 18 and a 16.
Okay. Those both miss. She's too good at dodging. Okay.
Oh man, this bad roll.
Yeah. And let's see. Kiff has a little bit of movement. Is there enough space for Kiff to hide behind this bookshelf here?
Yes, Kiff is small enough he can wedge in there. Okay. So on the lair action, Zera's going to turn the bubble on Earthmix, which is going to deactivate Earthmix. Wild shape.
Is that what that does?
Temporarily, just temporarily.
Oh yeah, it is anti-magic. Yeah, full anti-magic. Yep. Okay.
And Fontiev's turn. Ronnie's turn.
Oh, yeah.
Am I top of the turn order? I thought that was Yllaxis now.
Yllaxis is going to be after it.
Is an 18.
Yeah, we both
first.
rolled 20, and I have the higher dex, so you're next players.
Zera
Okay.
says, "Please help me, defend me from these attackers." He says, "Yes, I'll be right over there on my turn."
Wait, wasn't he specifically only
No, he
supposed
was
to protect the
ignoring-
other guy?
They both claimed him. Just keep going with it.
Okay, so I'm
We'll
gonna
see
go.
what happens.
I'm gonna use my broom to get down there, all the way down here, down next to where Kiff is. And I am going to pop a shot at. Is anyone opposed to me using the other storm arrow?
Go for it.
I use them all the time. So yeah.
So
Well,
I'm gonna do. Do I want a sharpshooter this eye, or is he too high on the dodgy scale? The dodge.
Yes.
From what I remember, it's relatively
gonna-
dodgy.
Okay, I'm gonna pop that first one, the storm arrow, as a regular. So that's gonna be a 23 to hit.
Yep.
What was the damage on storm arrow again? Oh, and I'm also gonna bonus action my hex and everything else in there. So what was the damage on the storm arrow again, by the way?
So you're gonna add a d12, and it's gonna summon a storm on hit.
Okay. Let's see here.
Which one representative is it?
So
I'm really
that
having a
is 17 plus. Where is there a D12 somewhere that I'm not seeing?
You can grab one from my side. Also, really quick, Charles, I completely forgot to do this. I'm gonna do it right now. I forgot to roll concentration for wild shape. Do I have to do that for wild shape?
I don't think you have to.
No, maybe you don't. I'm literally so used to having to roll every time I get hit that I'm like, I have to roll for concentration, so never mind. At least I'm good at that, remembering. Never mind.
Yeah, so what's your total, Rob?
Give me 1 second.
Crisis averted.
Okay.
So 17 plus another 6 plus another 10.
Okay.
So
Great,
that
that's-
is 22 plus 10, which is 32.
Yep. Okay. Alright.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And that's the
So-
end of Fontieve's turn.
And then whatever the storm arrow is doing, and
Yep, it
Back.
created a storm which will then zap and pour acid rain on her.
okay, that's only the first arrow. Remember,
Oh shit, right, yeah.
that's only the first arrow. I still got some more.
Uh-oh.
Next arrow. This one I'm gonna say, screw it. This is gonna be a sharpshooter.
Hey, where are you rolling?
I'm over here. Yeah.
How far away?
Away from knocking shit over. That's 15 plus another. Let's see here. That's gonna be 15 plus. That's gonna be 20 something to hit.
Yep.
So that's a sharpshooter. Grab me die. 16 plus another 10. 26 plus another 6 is 32. 32 damage.
Okay.
That's it. And I think so. It's been a while. I only have 2 arrows like right now, right? I only have two main attacks.
Yep. And yeah, that's how rangers work. Okay.
No, I was making sure I didn't pick up something in the later levels that gave me a 3rd attack for some weird reason. I kept thinking about the warrior for some odd reason.
Okay, so this huge devil starts walking towards you and says, well, since you attacked my mistress, Sarah, I'm unfortunately legally obligated to beat you.
No, you remember. Specifically, the guy who gave you the order originally was Altak. Never attacked him, Altak.
Since Kiff is Fontiev like rolled up right next to Kiff, can Kiff as a free action just hand Fontiev the contract?
Yes. I hold the contract. I am your see this contract? You want it?
Yes, clearly you haven't read that as he raises his immense mace over your face. And there's just like a bam, bam, and he miraculously, like, his lowest roll here is an 18 to hit Fontiev.
Jesus Christ.
So he's just gonna beat you as hard as he can, kind of just smirking a little bit, just kind of savoring the moment.
Yeah.
What is your AC?
17.
And then you get multi-attack defense.
Oh,
right?
yeah, that's right.
Okay, so you have to put an order in these. So let's say you get hit by the 18 one, right?
Yeah.
So then the next lowest one is a 20. 32.
Oh, my let me see here. Mine it's like a 22 right now. Because of multi-attack. Hang on.
Oh, he has 4
Yeah.
attacks. Okay. So
yeah, it's like a 22.
Okay. All right. So you get hit only twice, or 3 times instead of 4. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So the first one is he's gonna chop you in the face. This is a lot. This is like 44 damage. I'm taking the average. You still standing?
Yeah.
Okay. The next one that you missed. That you dodged was 17, which you missed. The next one that you didn't dodge is 36 physical modifiers. That's a total of 80.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
Ow.
And Pinkus briefly turns to Zira and he says, "The invader is subdued." And he says, "No, keep hit the other one. So he's gonna give his 18 plus 14 over to Dromik with a tail swipe for 24 damage. Yes.
Oh!
That was 32 to hit.
Oh.
Okay.
Also, after...
Yes, 24.
Also, Charles, now that I'm fully down, and he's done with his hacks, Orcish Resilience bounce back to 1.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna play dead right now, and not actually move.
Okay. And it's Yllaxis' turn.
Okay. Just a quick question, Charles. I know somebody used life suck, or who was that?
That was the Malachar over here who got shattered into a million pieces.
Very good, thank you. Okay, that's all I needed to know. After seeing that display by this big chongus over here, I use Altier to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 feet. And as I near him within the first 10 feet, say, "This is what a soul feels like," as I conjure the powers of the lost souls of the followers of Yllaxis, as they start to come into fruition in this sort of aura of radiant glow, as they grab on him with Spirit Trap, as I wind up my sword. Spirit Trap is a bonus action, and level.
Altier's really good.
What?
Like, are you gonna go all the way down the stairs? Or are you gonna stay at the top?
Oh, this is stairs? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, you can make it down
Oh,
the stairs,
okay.
though. You can make it
Yeah,
downstairs on
I
Altair.
can make it. I need another like 15 feet of movement, but I only
Yeah.
have 45 there.
Also,
Maybe
don't
it's not
stand
okay.
next to me.
You can. I'll
That's
take it.
sad.
I can get it out. Don't worry.
No, I have an
so-
anti-magic bubble currently around me.
Okay. Very good. Am I in the anti-magic bubble?
I hope not. You see me as like a little... I'm just regular Dromik, and I look very upset.
Also, wait. Quick thing. Wasn't Malakar the one that cast the
No.
anti-magic bubble?
No.
It was the Allaire action.
No, that was the other one who is still up. Don't worry about it. I've been keeping an eye on it.
No. Specifically, Malakar was the one that cast
Yes,
that.
on Kiff, and now it's gone.
Now it's gone.
It was recast by Zero. on
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been cast on me by someone else. You're good.
I just want to make sure I'm not in the anti-magic bubble.
Nope, you're not.
Okay. So the hands of the followers of Estreli grapple the body of Pingus as I put my sword towards them. They move him ever so slightly towards the blade as I take a chop at him, and
He chuckles. He says this tickles.
18 didn't hit.
18 to hit.
Yeah.
It bounces off his boob. And
I'm
he's-
gonna say in Draconic, focus on the skulls. He doesn't want to be here.
What skulls? I don't know.
Oh, the skull's in the next room.
The skull is over here.
I meant this thing over here, but yeah, I know you're not. It's fine. You're not in the room yet, but I'm just Dromik is letting you know.
Oh, I don't know what skulls you're talking about. Are you talking about the Demoliches? They're not spawned in, so I have no idea.
Yes, yeah, I'm talking about the Demi-Lich. Yeah, it's just a floating skull. I'm sorry.
These devils have a contract to serve these as long as they live, which has been
Yes,
very
and Dromik is aware of that. That's why I'm saying like
I'm gonna use-
target the floating
I'm
skull.
gonna use an inspiration on this, and I feel like that didn't roll. Can I roll it again?
It really didn't.
It was the same number.
It kind of just flopped onto the same number. Yeah,
long. Yeah,
it didn't look like it actually rolled. Woo. It just like jutted off into the distance on
It
my
wasn't that
camera.
funny for a second, but it wasn't.
Oh.
That is a
23 evidence.
So I'm gonna throw in a second level smite with that. So I get to add an extra D8 because he's a devil. So second level divine smite is 1 3, so that's 4. I get my improved for another D8, and then Spirit Shroud gives me a D8, and then I add my 2D6 to that.
Roused, he says, "Your soul will be particularly sweet."
Shitty damage. That is 32 slashing and radiant damage. He cannot recover any health this round until my next round, and his movement is reduced by 10 feet.
He's pissed at Yllaxis. He says, "How dare you?"
Altair is taking the disengage action, and so when you have a mount, they have 3 actions they can take.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he's taking disengage, so he's going to move the last of his movement back 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, that's where I'll end up.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, that is everything.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Lich, then Maggie, I think, right?
Okay.
Okay,
She's not.
Like it.
First off, number 1, Storm Arrow area effect.
You get to roll a d12 with, I think it was a 2d12, right? Yeah, roll 2d12 and a d8 for the acid rain. The 2d12 is important.
Okay, so CB and a D8 for the acid ring.
Yeah.
Could we possibly mark that area of effect?
I put some effects here. I know it doesn't load for everyone.
Yeah, I don't know how large that is. I'm
Yeah,
just not
11
sure the size.
17
Okay.
damage, Charles?
Yeah, because that's way bigger than the little area of effect that I was seeing.
Yeah, so she's the magic lightning
Thank
bolt
you.
from the storm that was produced by the arrow smash her into a billion pieces, dropping a bunch of gems onto her.
Oh,
Okay.
hey.
We're free.
And the
Nice.
devils begin to slowly flicker. Yes, you're earthy again.
I'm earthy.
Does that mean the devil can just leave now?
And he just glares at Yllaxis and he says, I didn't appreciate that little slap you gave. Perhaps we will meet again soon. Because in the meantime, I will savor these souls. He says, come, Abby, our contract is complete. And she says,
Wait. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're gone.
They're gone. The room grows quiet.
Fontiev like slowly open, like Fontiev like casually just like goes like, are they gone?
So,
Go ahead.
I am very much hurt.
so I have a couple of questions just before. What happened to the Mithril Golem this entire time? Because it's masters.
Yeah.
We're just
I was
Good
wondering
question.
that, but I didn't want to fight something else, so.
Yeah.
We're fine with that.
I'm sorry, I
Let's
completely
just sort of
forgot about
slump.
I'm like just catching up because my next action was gonna be to double dash.
Yeah.
Then I do that and they're like poof. It's like, oh, just kidding.
that. Honestly, I completely forgot about it, but now that the master's gone, I think it's just gonna kind of stand there.
Okay,
I'm gonna go look at Fontiev.
Your orders, because all this is happening so quickly.
Please, dear God, help.
I'm gonna look at
Ow.
Fontiev and point at his pockets and then turn around and walk out.
Okay, I assume that
I
we have
don't
some
speak common.
superior.
Yes,
yeah,
you should
I'm
look in
gonna-
the purse of many pockets is what I'm telling you.
Yeah,
And then
I'm
I'm
also
like-
gonna
I'm just saying, confirming for my own knowledge, we have a superior in there, right?
yeah, we got like
Yeah,
3
we
other
have-
potions.
we have
I
two
found.
we have two superiors. I don't know what Marvis found. I didn't put it in the purse.
And-
I also didn't add it.
I am.
I found 2 superior.
Okay, I'll add
Okay.
them in right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop one superior because I am currently
Oh god, I can't edit it.
No.
It's taking too long. Elena, could you everything is
let-
lagging.
Let me try. If it does work for me, and I don't know that it will. it's
I'm
been
also
pretty-
streaming
okay, good.
and recording, so
There we
it's
go,
just
yeah,
like
Okay, so I'm just gonna add one because Fontiev just drank one, so now we have 3 superior healing potions in
Yes.
the Personality pockets. Marvis, while we're doing this, was there anything else you added in there?
Some fancy shoes, 3 scrolls.
Hold on.
Yeah, because that's really important. We gotta like make sure we add those in.
Yeah. One second. Sorry. 3 unknown scrolls.
They are known.
On the right hand, the loot is on the floor in the room as well.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
It's a wall of water, a wall of force, and a locate object scroll.
Okay. Hold on.
They are in the
Oh no, actually.
role play.
Oh.
Okay. I got
no, this is
30 HP back. That's good.
I'll add the rest of the stuff later.
I'm gonna look at Marvis and just be like, where is, or no, I'm just gonna like look and just like point at the doors.
Lady that way.
Okay.
Let's rescue her.
Well, yeah, whatever door he points to, I'm gonna try to force open. Because I
I'm gonna
can.
put. I don't think we came through this door.
unless
I don't
it-
know. This is confusing as how
I
this
think
whole thing is set
whatever
up.
door he told me was the right door is the one I'm going to go
I
through.
think you came through this door. Wait.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if
Or
this is a
here's,
pathway or
underneath, or
Listen,
yeah,
Marvis can walk us back to the room he came from.
right.
Give me 1
He
second.
knows the way.
I'm gonna
Okay,
walk
I'm gonna
this-
I would like to do a couple things right now before we jump into another battle.
We're
Number
not
one-
battling
No.
anything. We're saving someone.
Well, there's still something. Aren't there other pit fiends over there?
Yeah,
We don't
but
know
I think
if
they
we're
were.
still there.
Actually, they're gone.
We'll find
we're
out.
under
Whatever you
contract
want to
with
do.
the other folks.
Yeah.
Okay,
What do
I
you want to
will-
do?
First and
for
foremost,
it.
I want to do 2 things. Want to pop 2 healing spirits into myself to give myself another 46. Because ow, very, very much in pain. Okay.
Anything else? Before
me-
before you add all
I'm-
that up, could you just say what you're doing so that everyone can continue to go while you're adding numbers?
I'm doing that, and then I was gonna probably death ward myself on top of everything else.
Okay, and then we can keep
In
going.
there judging himself.
Yeah. Go for it.
I'm taking the
Okay.
gems on the floor, but I apologize. Just
Perfect. Thank you.
so that I can add them physically. Okay, please continue.
So that's 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
22.
The control console seems very smashed.
How are the doors? Are they hard to open, easy to open? Can I just pull them
The doors
open?
can be, at this point, easily open.
Okay, great. I don't have to smash things.
I'm gonna talk to the golem and was like, "You're free now. You wanna come with me?"
My master is gone.
Yeah.
I have no purpose.
What is
I will
my
gi-
purpose?
Team speaks up. I will give you a purpose.
No, don't listen to him. You can come with me.
I will give you a purpose. You
That
shall be
you
our
don't-
friend, and you will defend us from all danger.
And this is when I remember. Why was your broom wet?
No reason. I didn't want them to touch my broom, okay?
I can't.
Yeah, you don't want to be with him. You could join me instead.
I'm going to let this elf down and bring her in. Like, I would like to carry her gently.
He is very bruised and beaten and unhappy.
Right. I want to very gently, like, cradle her.
Yes, thank you. Too kind. Thank you. She said, Jeremy, you have to help Jeremy. He was just captured.
Who the fuck is Jeremy? I'm not there.
He's a student at Lady Saphira's school.
Oh, am I bringing her, like, to Yllaxis? I don't know if Yllaxis is in here, too, because I figured she would want to talk.
Yes, I came over.
Yeah, go for it.
Yllaxis fell off.
I'm just gonna, like,
his
offer
or
her.
hers, and
her
that's
horse.
totally fine. It's
It's fine.
game.
Yeah, to keep that all together.
No, this is accurate.
the saddle kind of slipped to the side, and
Yllaxis is now noted as not the greatest rider. She didn't tighten the saddle quite enough. It's slightly askew.
From her nap
That's
earlier.
fine.
Anyway.
It's our first run, it's fine.
Right, exactly.
Totally fine.
Sorry, continue. I'm gonna offer her, like, to Yllaxis to talk to because I can't really talk to her.
I'm glad you're safe, darling. Now you were saying about a friend.
It is Jeremy. He's very. I care about him very much. She said, coughing. She says he's a student at Lady Saphira's school. I assume somebody healed her a little bit.
You would.
Come with me here.
Bold of you to assume.
Yeah, I was about to say that's very bold because I'm a rock. Yllaxis would probably do something, but I can't do anything.
Probably healing hands.
Yes. I just assumed she was conscious because she started talking all of a sudden.
Me too. Me
Yeah.
too.
She says, basically, they were coming here to explore this area to get some of her type of mushrooms she was looking for. These bullets and big steely kobolds burst out of the wall and grabbed and dragged him away. She fled into this spear thing, and then was tortured by the devils here. That's the story she gives.
Are you confident that he's still alive?
I don't know, but he means a lot to me. We gotta rescue him. And she confirms that her identity is Bonnie, and she is one of Lady Olena's mates.
Okay, we did the thing.
When all
Wait, I
that
thought
stuff
she
is
was her
done,
cousin.
let me know, because Kiff would like to do a thing. Completely unrelated. He's not.
I say that she's his cousin. Oh, and then she says, "Oh, yeah, she could." That's oh. She says that.
We did the thing.
Can I, wait. Can I just oh wait, no, sorry. Kiff, you go first.
Before we go into that, I would like to just remind everyone it is 11:12.
Kiff is just doing something completely unrelated.
Yeah. Kiff would come out of his little hidey hole behind the books, see the carnage in front of him, all the lightning and shit, and say, "Nope." And we'd start back and walking back the way he came. He would go back into the room where Pingus was, and see the potion and go, sippy sips. And he would take them for himself.
Okay, do you want
Sorry for the struggle book noises. My cat's being obnoxious.
Yeah, Kiff would read the labels.
In addition to that, Fontiev would also like to go pop open the door to the room full of items to see what else Marvis did not put into the bag yet. Because we might as well just ransack the whole place at this point.
well, I would have been distracted talking to this golem, and I wouldn't have told you where the room is. I would have just pointed towards where Elf Lady was.
Yeah, okay, so like let me try this. Let's assume that I ask Marvis where the item room was where he fell down, if there was anything else in there.
There were some items. The only magical thing I could see was a dagger, and I don't use a dagger. Do you use a dagger?
We can always sell it. We can always sell it.
You go straight down this hall, you make a left, there's a door. And in that door there's gonna be a pit, and in that pit there's gonna be some items. And those items is gonna be a dagger.
Okay, and I yell over to Kiff. Kiff, and I start like, quickly, we must do the ransacking.
Kiff doesn't care. He's looking at the potions.
Okay. Maggie, or Yllaxis, and or I'll tell you here.
Very important question to ask before I leave the room with this elf, but please go on.
Or Marvis, anyone else that wants to come with me to this door so that we can just start ransacking the magic items that are sitting at the bottom of that well.
I'm busy here trying to start a revolution, alright?
Okay.
Cute.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go over to that door and just start. I'm just gonna take out the bag of holding. I'm just gonna bring the bag of holding with me. I'm just gonna start shoveling items into the bag for later.
Most of them aren't worth that much. It mostly is just like basic wands and stuff. I have already described to Marvis the most.
Yeah, I mean we can still always sell them for gold. That's my point.
Okay, so like it's hard for me to list everything that's there, but I will certainly give you a list. That's eventually.
Yeah, if there's anything of absolute usefulness, go ahead and list it. Other than that, like I'm just shoving everything into
like
there to be
pile
sold.
of magical junk.
Okay. All right. What are other people doing while that's happening?
I'm talking to this golem and saying, there's a city full of our kind that we could just free, who want to be free. You want to kind of join me and do that stuff? Just liberate just a whole bunch of golems.
Freedom.
Yeah, freedom. Freedom is what I'm doing. I get to do whatever the hell I want.
He says, what is the purpose of freedom?
To live.
To live?
Yes.
He says, do I live?
Yeah. I live, you live. Those
Okay,
people over there live.
Purpose. I will begin shutdown.
That was the exact opposite of what we just said.
Oh, fuck. Oh, well. Like, this one's a dud, guys. I couldn't. Tried.
This one's a dud!
Just tell him you're its new
One
master or
golem
something.
talking about another golem.
I tried. It was like, you want to follow me? And he goes like, what's my purpose? It's like, to free people. And he goes like, what's freedom? It's to live. And it's like, what's live? And I'm like, this. And he goes like, I'm going to shut down now. And we go like, okay.
So he notices you walking away. He says, if you live and you have fulfilled your purpose, why are you going to do other things?
I have found new purpose.
Yeah, to find a new purpose. You are not. To be alive and free doesn't mean you only have one purpose. To be alive and free means you find purpose in everything.
He says, I will follow you and I will listen. And so he starts following.
Cool. Not a dud. Never mind.
Amazing.
Okay.
What's in that room? I point and I ask him.
Which one?
Canyon cubes, it looks like.
This one? He says, oh, that is where the power source is kept.
Power source?
And the most valuable scrolls.
Ooh.
Nice.
Those were probably the scrolls of heroes.
Yep.
Hey guys.
Yo.
Especially you, Maggie. The scrolls in that room.
I am going to be there in just a moment, but I have a very important question to ask that I waited while other people were doing things. So while all that was happening, I said to Bonnie, oh, maid, cousin, the story keeps changing, but it seems like you and Lady Elena are very close. Would you say?
He says, well, I guess. He says, I mean, I'm a servant.
Would you say you know each other quite intimately?
She looks not like bashful, but like genuinely ashamed. And she says, well, I mean, She just kind of shrugs. She doesn't try to say anything. She looks genuinely ashamed.
All right. So that is an acknowledgement. Yes. Okay. Well, I'll reach out. I will pat her hand and say, "My dear, there is nothing to be ashamed of. Don't worry. We are going to go back, and we are going to help change things for the better." Now off to the room.
Okay, so that was all the junk that Fontiev scooped up.
I'm still like, if Bonnie wants me to be carrying her, 'cause I'm assuming she's still rather in pain.
I would need to lean on someone if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like pick her all the way the fuck up because I'm a giant piece of earth. And by giant, I mean size large, but like, you know, quote unquote rideable, but like I'm just gonna carry her, like bridal style. Makes it her life easy. Yeah, make sure she's okay.
You can. How hurt was she?
She was just flayed for a while.
You guys are, so she's gonna need at least a day of or several days of rest, probably. In bed.
See.
Well, I'm sure she can have a nice lady of the council tending to her.
Okay. Says, do we have time to rescue Jeremy? Or is there some council meeting? And she says as she walks out.
Kiff sees Dromik or Earthmik holding Bonnie, and he goes, and he pulls out the Deathheart bow, and he begins strumming a tune, and he says, Dromik made of rock, Dromik made of stone, he carries things, he walks through walls, he smashes meat and bone. Just over and over again.
Okay, and now that
incredible, I love it.
Nice.
Now that I'm done with my shenanigans over here, I'm coming back out, and I'm gonna be like, well, I have what will essentially be our pay for a little while that we can settle off in the city when we get back. How are we doing with our golem friend?
I'm assuming we're gonna
I don't know
kind
if
of
you're
move
referring
into
to
here.
it, but this turquoise one says, I will follow Marvis. I will learn.
You will protect friends?
I must learn before I understand my purpose. And before I understand freedom, it says.
Let's start with opening this door.
I'm just gonna open the door
Isn't it
because
this
it's
door?
relatively easy. No, it's
Oh.
yeah, it's the far one over
Oh, that
there.
door.
We're all kind of
Well,
congregated
that's the
over
one
here.
that we're
Right.
around. Yeah.
Smart
Yes.
thing to do. Very smart thing to do. While you guys are going into that door, Fontiev is going to go check out the random bookshelves that are down here and to see if there's anything interesting on them.
You don't want to see the power source with your own eyes?
Oh, that's right, the power source.
What? This is your moment.
Fontiev immediately forgets everything he's doing and is like, "Oh, the power
What is
source."
a book? Never
Oh,
heard of a
shiny.
book in my life.
What's a book?
I'm just gonna remind everybody. You
my
guys
God.
remember power source is souls, right?
Well, use here, use there.
Dromik
Eh.
kind of just shrugs a little.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm not very comfortable with that.
Kiff will
I did
also
temporarily
add,
forget, but I know this is what Font was looking for. Sorry, Matt.
Kiff will also add, and souls may be stars.
Hmm.
Wait, did
Well,
they
they
mention
want
the
this-
ship before we
Dromik
entered in
nods.
all
Yeah.
this craziness? This was like a planar
like it.
vessel type of thing.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna nod again. Yep.
Well, the other one who says, I do not know my name, but when you smash the console, it will no longer function.
Yeah, I mean it's
Oh.
not gonna go down a highway, let alone a plane.
Oh, so this whole thing was a ship.
Yeah, this
Fontiev
was
is just
this was like a vehicle.
Dromik is aggressively nodding because
Yeah,
I
you're
did
just
tell
gonna
you
see
that I
the
saw this
smile
thing
from
moving.
Fontiev's like face just slip. It's just like I could have had a working airship already, and just kind of starts
spaceship
walking away.
technically.
This would
could've
not
had a
be
better
a.
ship.
Oh, forget it.
Damn.
Yeah, Dromik is like aggressively nodding because I literally saw this thing moving around last time.
Fontiev could have had a spaceship. Now Fontiev is just very sad.
We'll get some type of ship at some point, I hope.
Fontiev could have been astronaut.
We do have the power source, right?
So, Is anyone going to look at the things in this room yet? It wasn't clear.
I think we are going in and looking at said things, correct? Like as a team, as a group.
Gollum,
As a
are there
unit.
any traps we should be aware of?
He shakes his head, no traps. He says, "What is my name?"
Hmm.
Ooh, Marvis, this is you.
He says, "Why do I have head like bird?"
Head like
Yeah,
that
let's look.
I can't answer because I wasn't here when you were built.
Because it makes you very handsome.
You could
it
go
my
with
head?
her
I like
answer.
that.
It's cool. You look great.
He says,
Because fashion.
I will give the 11:30
Ask
warning.
for a name. Hmm. What? What? This is out of character. What is the name of the Egyptian god with the bird head? I forget.
Oh, Ra.
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 Yeah,
there you
Ra.
go. Your name is Ra.
Love it.
He was right. He nuts.
All right, Ra, open the door.
He already says, "I already opened the door."
Oh,
Oh.
it's been
I did
open,
that
I
like 5
think.
minutes
Yeah.
ago. Your processing
We've been
speed is
talking
very
about
slow.
a lot of things. Yeah.
All right, I'll go in first. I'm like, oh, cool.
You see a large engine-like thing with some flashing green lights. You see a bunch of boxes, and you see a fancy-looking chest.
I'm gonna be like, hey, Maggie, I think the scrolls are in there. I'll look in these boxes.
Oh boy. I'll take 10 minutes to ritual cast detect magic.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I'm just gonna stare at the engine. I'm like, whispering, okay, 1, will that work? 2, how do we move it? And we're disconnected
Is
without
there-
exploding things.
Is there any sorts of paper or documentation in the room that looks like
Fontiev immediately turns around and starts going through the bookshelves again.
Kiff is gonna.
There's
turn
gotta
to
be an
Dromik.
owner's manual somewhere.
Kiff will turn to Dromik and in Draconic say, if we take this engine, or whatever it may be, then the white lizard folk will have to flee their land.
Well, first of
Ra.
all, you're assuming that it's stars, number 1.
Ra comes
We're
over.
not really sure what's in
That
there.
was in Draconic. That was in Draconic.
It's in yeah.
No, I'm saying out of character specifically, you're
Right.
assuming that it's stars. We don't
Right,
know what's
but
in there.
I would
So-
like to reply, please. Thank you. I'm gonna look back. I'm not really in. I can't speak, but I'd like to go up to the engine and just like place my hand on it gently and look at Kiff.
Ra comes over. He says, "Be careful. This is Soul Cycler engine. It is powered by continuous torment of souls eternally. As they are
Ooh.
tormented, they push through the chambers and power the planar shifts of the vehicle."
It's a bit terrifying.
He says they will never rest as long as they are trapped in the machine.
I'm gonna look at Marvis and everyone and just kind of like point to my rocky exterior and like give a little question hands like rocks.
I'm sort of thinking the same thing that Dromik and Kiff are, and I did understand it because it was in
Yeah.
Draconic.
Right.
I don't know if in Conscience I can use the power of tormented souls to get what I want. That doesn't seem right. There has to be another way. I should like to find documentation on it, though, to see if we can do something about that.
Fontiev is just going to start looking through the bookshelves for anything useful.
I'm assuming Yllaxis said that in Draconic.
Yes, yes, I did.
It's like, Maggie, here are the scrolls, and here is 4,000 gold.
Yes.
It was one 4,000 gold piece. We can't split it between us.
It's one
I guess
gold
I'll
piece that's
keep it
super
then.
expensive.
It's like
It's
just
one
melted
big gold.
platinum and gold. Yeah.
It's just one huge piece of gold.
All right.
It's like
So
those
I-
comically large checks people get when they win
Yes.
sweepstakes, but just a
Yes.
gold piece.
Yeah.
Okay, it's coins plural. There we go.
Right, yeah.
It's we're just being
We love it.
I was
ridiculous.
just being funny, like the
We
idea
had
of
to
a
mess
4,000
with it.
gold piece coin is funny.
Okay,
It's
so
great.
I'm adding the scrolls to the pump. Yeah, even
We
though those are the ones for Lady
yeah.
Saphira.
We should maybe mark those as like for
Yep.
her, if possible.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Will do. And I'll add the 4,000 gold there too, so we can split it later, unless we just want to
4,000
split
is
it
a
now.
lot for the purse. It's probably like
It's
you
probably
put in 3,000 and it's just nothing else is going to go into it.
well we could
Okay, well,
we
I
could
guess
split
we'll
it.
just split it now. There's 6 of us, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah,
Some math.
split it 5 ways. I don't use gold.
But if we split it 6
might
ways,
make it
would
harder.
be wait. But
Wait,
if we split it
how?
6 ways, it would be 666.6666666.
Ooh.
That's perfect.
I like
got
that.
this.
Unless I
Yes,
did
that's
math
perfect.
wrong.
No,
4,000
you're right.
divided
I
by
don't
No,
care
6.
if you're
it's
right.
perfect. Yeah.
It's just a series of
I
sixes.
don't even care if you're right.
So we each get 666 gold. Take it. Just take it.
Yes.
Marvis can melt it down and
I
hold
love it.
himself
Yeah.
if he'd likes.
We just I feel like Maggie just wants to give everyone 666 gold.
Yeah. And then we have 4 gold. The 4 gold will go in the pump.
Perfect.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh man.
I feel like that was appropriate for what we just went through.
That is very appropriate actually, because we had to fight a bunch of demons and actually undead and
Well,
devils. Very fitting.
Currently, Fontiev is fucking loaded again.
Maggie, can you look? Can you identify those shoes? Because there's some shoes I want.
Yeah.
I don't know if those are the shoes I want.
Just like give me 10 minutes.
No problem.
Also, I'm gonna
Fontiev is
put
just
4
going through
gold in the pump.
yeah. Fontiev is just going through the bookshelves looking for anything useful, owner's manual, anything. Let's see here. This ship is obviously a 2006 Toyota planar shift. So
As
let's
he's
look at
looking,
that.
I'm just gonna go to Rod. It's like, is there a book specifically about this whole place that you could show us?
Yes, it is.
A book about the sphere, he says?
Yes, about the sphere and this engine.
He says the master kept no books. They were paranoid. They wanted no one to steal their secrets.
Okay, I'm gonna go back
I'm
out.
gonna-
You find anything
Oh.
yet, Fontiev?
I'm at the bookshelves looking through things. DM, tell me.
Okay, you're looking through the bookshelves.
Just keep
right?
looking.
Okay.
There's let's see. There's 1, 2,
It's a very
3
important job.
bookshelves. Yeah,
Okay.
there's 3 bookshelves I'm gonna go through.
Okay, so there are some spell books on the bookshelves, which do include these spells.
Aggie, spell books.
Grab
they
him
do
for
give
me,
us-
darling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one Maggie doesn't already have or needs.
You could also let me know if there are any druid spells, because that would be nice.
I don't know if druids can learn from.
Oh no,
books.
druids don't learn from books. Just kidding. I learned from the magic book. That's what I'm thinking. Never mind.
There was that like magical book.
I have a
book of
magical
rituals.
Right, it was it was like special rituals, but that's no,
Yeah.
I got a special magic book earlier that let me learn like 3 wizard spells. That was the only magic item that I've ever used, actually. Joke's on me.
There is a journal book describing a tour through the 9 hells.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I am going to again like aggressively gesture at my little stones and give like a shrug.
Are you asking if you should turn back to regular
No.
Dromik?
No, I'm not.
You're asking about smashing the thing?
No, I'm
For
asking
clarity,
about
Charles.
the stone. I'm gonna again gesture at my stones and then look around and point at the glowing blue light and then my stones and then a question mark and then the engine.
Increasingly sparkling less.
But
yeah,
that's
okay.
fine.
I'm gonna.
Are you thinking of
can I just
putting the
ask one
souls in a
question?
stone?
The Dromik's gonna he's gonna shake his head no again. He's like,
I'm sorry,
on.
I'm bad at charades.
hands
Can you-
out. He's gonna point at the blue glowing thing and his stones. And then just wait.
Blue
Okay,
gold and stone.
And then he's
Anybody
gonna put his
know-
hands up and do like a sparkly motion in the air.
Anybody know about a blue
How
sparkly
many
stone?
words are
Okay.
we?
Okay.
One.
Two things. Two things. Number one, Charles, for the record, the book search here was that incorporating all the bookshelves or just the one in front of me? That's question one.
It's incorporating all of them to kind of
Okay. So that's all done. Number two, Fontiev is going to take out an ink pen and a piece of paper, and he's going to walk over to Dromik, put the pen into Dromik's hand, and put up the piece of paper. Write out what you're trying to say.
I'm gonna look at him like nod, and then I'm gonna write, are the souls in the container from the stars? Question mark.
And I'm just going to announce it to everybody else and be the interpreter right now.
I would not have gotten that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Rod.
Possible.
Rod, do you know where these souls came from? The ones trapped in here?
It says the masters can trap souls in those gems and would transfer them to the engine. But you smashed them before they had a chance to do that. He goes over here. He says this thing is stored plasma energy. This is absorbed from various sources of radiation.
Fontiev immediately just kind of covers his crotch with like radiation.
Dromik again points at the word
these are used for
stars.
short distance teleportation. This energy.
So did they take them from the stars? Ra?
Taking it from a star would be too dangerous, he says.
Okay.
The glowing
Just
rocks.
small sources of irradiated areas.
I'm gonna again write, like, I'm gonna gesture to Fontiev for the paper, because I don't have a pen and paper. Yeah, that's fine. I'm
Fontiev
gonna
is going to keep handing it back and forth, be interpreter.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna write down, he doesn't know they're stars. They were just rocks.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna be like, where they, like, I saw them at the rocks.
Okay. Fontiev says all of that plus P.S. Fontiev is the best.
Yeah, I know Dromik didn't write that part.
Yeah, that last
Dromik,
Okay.
Dromik, from what we experienced earlier when we looked at the rocks, I think it's certainly possible that they were radiated sources of radiation. So you're very likely onto something.
I'm just gonna nod and hopefully, like, I'd like to write down one last little bit, like, let me make sure I'm getting this correct. Do we need to return the power? Question mark.
I don't think we can anymore. I kind of destroyed the only thing that probably could have. Right, Ra?
What do you mean return?
Well, the
Yes,
soul is
I do
still
not
on the
know
engine.
how
Star
to
powers.
repair it,
You know how to repair, or you don't know how to
because I
repair?
do not.
Yeah.
So, my take
Because
on
it
it
seems that a
is,
circuit has been broken and the energy stored in these cylinders is dissipating.
my take on it is there's still souls in the engine. If we let them out, they might go back to where they were in the rocks.
I'm gonna
Before we
write
do that,
down.
just to clarify with Charles one more time, I didn't find like an owner's manual for this starship, right?
No.
No, I
It's-
think we
okay.
clarified that there was no books
Okay.
on it.
Ross says that
No,
it's not designed for anyone except the people who made it, who didn't want other people to have it, and they thought they would live forever.
I'm certainly willing to try anything to let those souls free.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I remember information on what happens for, like, things that are storing souls? If you destroy it,
Yeah,
will they go
I would.
back?
I would also assume that the possibility of boom.
So the animancy is dealing with souls is a big field. So there's a lot of things you could do with souls. So is there something more specific that you're asking or trying to find out?
We're basically trying to figure out. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead, Elena.
No, I mean, I think you were gonna say just in terms of, like, trapping and retransferring souls. If you destroy the vessel that is holding it, does it release the souls to go back to where they came from or where they want to
Depends
go?
on the
Basically.
method of trapping. You would know that it depends on the method of trapping the soul, and then the point in life at which the soul was captured.
Okay. Would I know
So
if there's any way to figure out the method based on either
you can
the
certainly like take some time to analyze this engine here, but that would take
Okay.
at least a couple hours to really study it and figure out how it works.
And it seems like power is dissipating. I feel like we need to make a call. We need to make it now.
Well,
And
not the
I'm
engine.
willing to.
Ross
thought
said
the
that
engine's the
this
same,
engine
right?
is a source of infinite energy because the souls are eternal.
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah, the
I-
engine's chilling.
I stand corrected.
The energy from the lights behind us is going out.
That's my-
That is
yeah.
That is dissipating.
excellent
There's
terminology.
only one source still left, right?
Correct. It's like slowly, it's slowly going out.
It basically cycled between.
Fontiev is going to have a thought on that one.
And it's-
Fontiev is immediately going to go find the button for the main door and make sure it's open before the power goes out completely.
It's not the power that's going out. It's just the lights. They're different.
Is Fontiev able to do that?
I mean, go for it if you want.
The lights are not set up to this
Go for it if
machine.
you want. I
If
don't
Fontiev
think they're
wants to stand
connected.
by the front door.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Do what you want. I don't
Fontiev
want to
wants
tell
to
you
just
what
go
to do.
make sure the front door is open.
Yep, go for it.
Okay, so
Right. Fontiev goes. He finds that the doors are not locked, and he can certainly open them.
Okay, so I'm going to make sure all the doors are open in case the power cuts out completely and then we're screwed.
Yeah.
And when he goes to the front door, he sees that there's a little gaggle of 3 bullets that are kind of sniffing around here, and one is looking at him.
Fontiev immediately closes the door and goes back downstairs.
Okay.
Like, guys, we have a problem.
I'm gonna just look over and then look back at everyone else. And did you lend me the paper and pen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I physically gave it to you just so you can write and communicate while you're in that form.
That would be nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna write down again.
Not just a hat rack, my friend.
I'm gonna write down. Let me think. We can take care of this engine later. We need to find. And then I'm gonna write. Saphira's kid? Question mark.
Jeremy.
And underline it because I don't remember his name.
But Bonnie says he was Jeremy. He's a student at the School of Wizardry. He's a very.
I'm just gonna nod.
Friend of mine.
I'm gonna write down. I'm gonna talk with Bonnie if everyone. Actually, do we want to leave this? It is 11:40. Do we want to wait here? Because now I'm getting into the next portion.
Yeah, I would say just.
I'm getting excited.
Make a note of whatever you want to ask, and then next time we'll start from there.
I know what I'm gonna ask next time. Let's so we found the cylinder. We have lots of things to do for next time, but it is 11:40. So I am going to put you guys on thanks for watching, and we are going to raid someone. If you have any suggestions, feel free to type it in there.
Yeah, definitely write down any questions, or if I didn't answer anything.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching.